the videos. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to see you guys again on this wonderful Sunday. How's everybody doing? You guys ready for some role-playing? You ready for some D&D there, buds? Hey there, buds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Oh, yeah there, bud. Okay.
Oh, ready for some good role play?
Yeah.
Wow, you Canadians.
Me too, Andy. Me too.
She goes to Seattle once and forgets how to be Canadian.
I was going to do my impression of a Canadian drowning, but Van Day's...
You Canadians too hard.
I did. My mouth had a seizure.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the show. It's a pleasure to have you guys. I'm sorry we're starting a little bit late here. I was trying to make sure my internet was stable. Otherwise, we were gonna have to come up with some solutions to make sure that we had the show live for you guys today. So it looks like we're okay for right now, and hopefully it stays that way and no other bullshit happens. But you know how ISPs are. That's the way things go. So let's go around the room. Let's introduce everybody. Let's introduce yourself and your character and any announcements you may have. And let's get this show going. Let's start off with Mr. Battergrund.
Hey, I'm your boy. I don't have really any announcements. Some crazy work times coming up ahead, so lots of planning and work for me. Our town Easter egg hunt it's next week, so I got a lot of work for that. I have camps to plan, all sorts of stuff. So crazy work life. I work for Parks and Rec. I work with recreation, so I plan all sorts of programming for various ages and stuff.
He's the Andy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get dressed up as a bunny?
I have had to do that, but that was for preschool teaching. Thankfully, I don't have to do that this year.
Nah, missed chance.
No, you got to go to learn how to shoot a gun.
We were already drawing comparisons. We were already drawing comparisons with the new characters and Parks and Rec characters. Peachy's character is obviously April. And Battergrund is Andy, but your boy is Andy in real life. That's just freaky shit right there. So
whoa.
Ignia.
Hi, I'm Aquanas and I'm playing Ignia. She is a fire genasi morph, and my announcement is that I started going to the gym. Yes.
Atta girl. Woo.
Yes. I'm now super sporty. I went twice this week. Yes. So yeah, watch out. I'm gonna
Does everything hurt?
No, actually not that bad. I was surprised.
You didn't gym hard enough.
Oh, I gymmed hard. I rode for 3 kilometers.
So good.
I ran for 20 minutes. I did everything.
Next level gymming.
The most I've done on the row machine is 10K, and that's fun.
I like rowing actually. I don't know
I
why.
love it, but when you start dying and you have to keep rowing, that's
I've done 9 miles in a kayak.
I like that though. I'm gonna go kayaking in the summer.
It's a lot of fun. I used to live on a lake.
Canada.
I went to the fridge earlier.
Wow.
What a day.
You're so brave.
Dude, it's downstairs.
Oh my god.
So you had to walk up backwards?
Did you get lost?
It was okay because I went to the fridge, so I had snacks halfway up the stairs. I survived.
Oh, okay. That's
difficult. It's difficult.
Thank you for talking about your struggle.
I'm so happy that you made it here today.
Tristana.
I'm Tristana. I play Tristana. I'm not actually Tristana. I know. I get real in depth.
Method actor.
Yeah. Just existence is pain. Okay, I'm there. I have no announcements. I went to Nuka-Cola World today at level 12. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't.
Did you die a little bit?
It hurt. It hurt. It was slow. I screamed. I cried. That's a standard day anyway. And I went to the fridge, as you all know, my struggle.
What did you get at the fridge?
Actually, I did that thing where you go to the fridge, you open the fridge, you look at it, and then you close the door and then go back.
It's the thing where you look in the fridge hoping that you have food that you know you don't have. You're like, there's got to be some... I got to have some ice cream, right? There's got to be ice cream in there. I know I have ice cream. I got it like a month ago.
The worst part is like you have a lot in your fridge, but it's everything you don't want. It's like skipping songs in your playlist, even though you put them in there because you like them, but yet you skip them every time you hear a certain song.
Yes.
That is honestly the most accurate representation of how I feel whenever I go to the fridge.
Yep. Nailed it.
And when I open my Spotify. Like, it's exactly the same feeling. Just dread.
Yep.
Kelvin Ironbrew.
Hi, I'm Zgarkis. I play Kelvin Ironbrew here. My announcements are make sure you tune in for Nameless One's episode 1 tomorrow. You get to see my new character and everyone else's new characters, maybe. Announcements for me, pretty much just that, more roleplay. Hoping to get back to streaming tomorrow. I took a week off because my back was broken, but now it's fixed. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Fix on your back, dude. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, hot baths,
Senzu beans.
massages,
That'll do it.
yep, that kind of thing. But lucky, okay. You might not be so lucky, so take care of yourself.
Selena.
Whoa.
Scottish people, man. Wow.
It's a little intense.
Selena.
Hi guys, I'm Omji Vandy. I play Selena on the Seventh Eon. Oh my god. I am a tiefling warlock, a celestial warlock, and I don't really have any announcements other than I've planned to get Just Dance and a Switch now, because I want to get back in shape. So I'm also not very good at dancing, so we're gonna have to see how that's gonna go. But I will stream it a bit. It's just a matter of confidence, I guess. We're gonna have to get through that a little bit. So yeah.
When all else
24-hour
fails.
twerk stream.
It's really easy. It's really fun. I love
This
it.
is my
To
gym.
twerk?
You just use this and throw it around, and it's great.
I mean,
The only-
I love going to the gym. I just haven't had the time, and like going to the gym takes me like half an hour. And
See,
then back,
if the
and,
gym
like,
wasn't outside, then I would go. But
it helps.
My
It
new
helps
mod's
if it's
pretty
something
heavy.
inside.
Yeah.
It's got some heft to it.
Does it?
Not that my left hand needs more muscle, to be honest. Moving on.
The only thing with the Switch is I feel like the connection is not as good as it was with the Wii U, because you had the actual bar. With the Switch, you don't have that, so it's like half the time it's not registering my dad's moves. I'm like,
Wait, what
But the
dance move was
20
that, Mac? Can we get a clip of that?
It's a very specific one.
He's got
Is it like a
high school
coordinated dance, like-
a high school dice dance move. You know?
Yeah, the dance.
My high school was full of a lot of that too.
I still do that.
Welcome everybody to the
I
stream.
love Sundays.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm Wacksteven. I am your DM of Doom. I will be dragging these players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. If you've never seen the show before, this is D&D 5th edition, and this is pretty early on into the second season, so it's a good time to start. We've kind of met the characters and seen kind of generally what they're about as human beings, I guess, whatever, sort of. And yeah. If you haven't done so, please follow all these wonderful people. They deserve your follows. They're good people. Go follow them. And last episode, the characters were preparing for a long trip. They are members of the Iron Foxes guild, a guild in the from the realm of Falarin in the world of Talanis, and essentially they are invited to a royal ball held by Queen Cassis over in Briem. They've got a long way to go, though, to make the journey, as they are heading to the city of Belmare, which is pretty far away.
Was it a 4-week or a 4-day travel?
Oh, no, it's a week-long travel.
A week.
To get there. It's a long trip. It's a long trip. And they are also escorting a nobleman by the name of Jacques d'Aswell, a gnome with a certain... Well, you'll see. If you've never seen the show before, you'll figure it out real fast. And they got themselves ready. They purchased some fine clothing. Kelvin finally took a bath. It was a harrowing experience, I think, for Kelvin and for Tristana, as Tristana introduced Battergrund and Selena to her favorite fabric and yarn shop, Venka's, what did we call it? Venka's Yarn and Fabric. And Kelvin had a very interesting experience with a burly massagerist. I don't know. Masseuse. There we go. I knew that was a word. And he learned about certain fragrances and experienced the fine emollients of Hans. It was a fun time. It was a good time, although Kelvin would probably disagree. The group has returned back to the guild hall to begin their journey to the city of Belmare. And that's where we're going to start today. The group is currently in St. Helena. And let's bring up the world map here so that the chat can see. It's quite a journey to Belmare. About 400 miles in a week. So that's a hell of a speedy trip.
Will we meet the Prince of Belmare?
There is no Prince of Belmare. But where is the joke from? I don't know that one. I don't understand that.
You get inspiration, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That is good.
You know what? I think we are going to give you inspiration on that one. That one was pretty good. Even though I didn't get it, I think that was worth the joke. That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
And now I have to rethink my entire city design in the process of you guys traveling. Just saying. Oh, God. So, we returned to the guild hall, the Iron Fox's guild hall, as you guys had about 4 hours or so to get ready for the trip. So, Kelvin, you and Ignia, I think you guys probably get there a little bit after Battergrund and Selena and Tristana. The three of you arrive first. Outside the guild hall, you can see that there are a few guild members, some higher-ups in the guild. There is Holnar. He's a dwarf, an officer of the guild, along with Urfi, a female dragonborn, also another officer for the guild. There's also a few trainees that you haven't learned the names for that are hanging about. We'll say like 3 trainees. They're a bit on the younger side. I think the 3 of you can roll me an insight check real quick.
Wait. So no.
So Battergrund, Tristana, and Selena arrive first.
How many ranks are there actually in the guild?
In the guild, there are a total of 6 ranks, including the guild master. There's trainee, member, blade, officer, captain, and the guild master.
Ah.
Gaining to be an officer is generally pretty tough. There are people that have been on with the guild for quite a while. The Dan is, I think, the only captain that you've met, but there are 3 other captains in the guild. But they're usually very busy, and they usually take... I think they sort of... there are other guild houses for the Iron Foxes, but this is like the main one. There's sort of like smaller ones in other realms, and they kind of run those usually.
Oh.
yeah. So there's 2 officers here and 3 trainees. And let's see, insight checks. Okay, so Selena and I think all 3 of you probably recognize that the way that things are going, they're not going to make the cut. They don't appear to be very skilled or useful. So they're probably mainly being gophers right now. You know, they've got the kind of look about them where Dedan and Mr. Vulpan are kind of running them around, making them run errands and useless jobs like that. They don't really have any successful missions under their belt. They're kind of grunt slave labor, essentially. I mean, they're getting probably they're like the minimum wage people in the guild. You know what I mean? They're not doing too hot. Yeah, and you can see that they're packing up like a bunch of equipment into a cart, probably to wheel to a stable, in town, to get you guys ready on the trip. What do you do?
I think right now I'm just watching them, just like wide-eyed, be like, whoa, it's a lot of movement.
Are they new?
I don't know. I've never seen them before.
I don't think so.
Oh.
They were 100% like at the same meeting that you guys were in. Like all of them.
You know,
Do they have badges?
No, trainees don't have badges.
There's not like a trainee badge, right?
No.
hey, they're doing the job that Mr. Vulpan usually has me do.
Oh, maybe you
Oh,
should go
maybe they're
help
trainees then.
Oh, they're trainees? Oh, I wonder if they're special.
Well, there's
Tristan-
no one below us normally.
them. Does that mean we're doing good things? We're doing well in the guild?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Oh, maybe they can carry my stuff too. Excuse me.
Sure.
Don't make a scene.
You walk up to one of the trainees. They're young. I'd say probably like we'll say maybe like a halfling. They're struggling with like a small bag. They're like,
I'll help them.
yeah, they're still like
Oh.
clinging to the bag when you just kind of like pick it up and.
I got
Badgergun, are you helping them now?
Can you put me down?
it. Why don't you let go?
Because I'm kind of high up. You're a little tall.
Hey, you're part of the guild. You better be able to handle this kind of drop.
And I'm gonna shake them off.
Oh my god, what is he doing?
Badgergun, no, don't worry. He's too small.
Let go of the bag.
I'm just like, I'm underneath trying to make sure I could maybe catch him. Like,
Oh yeah, he gets launched. I mean,
Oh,
it like smashes into the wall.
Badgergun,
Sorry, but he wouldn't let go.
He's
Are
like
you
got a hand on his
okay?
head.
What?
are you okay?
I'm not okay. He just threw me into a wall.
Oh, Badgergun does that sometimes.
You need to be tough. Get strong.
I'm gonna like slink and like just disassociate myself with these and just sort of hide somewhere in some shadows or behind a tree or whatever. Alleyway, whatever's going.
I mean,
Oh.
shadows works for you, right?
Not everybody has to be such strong of arm. Mr. Vulpan said that I would be good if I could just stick with it. I think those are the words that he used.
Stick with what?
I don't know.
Well,
Hits.
I was gonna ask you to carry my stuff because it looks like you're loading up for our trip, but maybe we can help you.
No. Maybe they need to do this to get stronger.
And I'll put the bag back outside of the car.
He like watches you, has a puzzled look on his face.
Well, I can do it. Mr. Volpan said that we needed to help any way we could.
Oh. Well. All right, let's see it.
He like pushes up his sleeves. He's wearing kind of, I'd say not impressive looking clothing by any means. Just kind of some general like brownish leathers, poor fabric quality, maybe some like a collared shirt of some kind that's kind of poofed out a little bit. And he like pushes his sleeves up, grabs the bag. His face starts to go bright red.
Yeah, good job.
You did it.
Well, you okay?
Just give me a minute.
You don't seem very good.
What?
Are you sure Mr. Volpan hired you for the guild?
Well, I'm still a trainee technically. My name's Drillby.
What do you think, Tristana?
Well, I mean,
Where's Tristana, Selena?
I don't know. Where's
Tristana! Hey!
Oh, look, a plant.
She's gone.
I want to walk
Give
over
me a
to-
stealth check, please, Tristana. The two of you can give me a perception check. Basically,
no
the only way you
possible
could
way.
succeed is critting it. Yeah, don't have any clue where Tristana went. She was with you like a minute ago.
She's so sneaky.
Stupid elf.
I thought
No
she was.
fun.
I thought she was a plant when the first time I met her. I thought I was eating her.
That's stupid. You and I'm not that dumb. Selena, that's funny.
Maybe somewhere in the distance you hear.
I want to look at Battergrund and get just like scowl at him with this poisonous fucking glare.
It's okay. Not everyone can have such a smart brain as me. It's real smart up here. See, solid.
I'm not stupid.
Oh. Yeah, I agree.
So were the trainees loading the stuff onto like a carriage or
A
something?
cart, and then they'll take it to a stable probably to load onto a carriage.
Okay.
They're just
So
kind of
this is-
gathering. They're gathering up everybody's belongings, because I'm guessing even though that the guild house is pretty nice, there's probably not enough room for like a proper stable or anything for you guys. So you have to go to like one of the stables in Saint Helena.
I'd just like to appear behind the two of them. Should we go and find out how we'll get in there?
Ah!
Oh, calm
Hey!
down.
Oh my god.
Don't
Oh.
sneak up on me like that, elf.
Oh, my unicorn.
I wasn't sneaking. People just don't notice me.
You can't.
I'm sure you'd like that very much. People not noticing you, Tristana.
Did
Nobody
you
ever
turn into a
notices me.
plant again?
No,
It's just.
I'm not.
I can't do this.
I don't turn into plants.
I don't believe that. I think I ate you once.
I don't think you did.
Oh,
I would have
don't
noticed.
know. Well, we gotta get ready. I don't know where the other two are, but we got some good fabrics. We're gonna sew. I'm gonna make you guys some nice dresses. Drillby here is going to put our stuff on this cart. Wait, is our stuff on the cart? Trilby, did you put our stuff on the cart?
No.
No?
I don't know what stuff I'm supposed to be putting on the cart from you.
Well, all my luggage is pink.
Okay.
So, did you put any pink luggage on the cart?
Not if you guys didn't get your stuff yet. I was just
Oh.
loading up Vongrams and Urfies.
Oh, they don't go into our room to get this stuff. Oh, we gotta go get our stuff.
So far.
We gotta go get our stuff. You can't just go without your stuff.
How much
All
stuff
right.
do you need, though?
Well, I need my unicorns, and I need my stuff, my clothes, and I
Do
need
you
my
need all of
sewing
the
kit,
unicorns,
and I need
or-
my daggers, and I need my little skull that I like to talk to, and I need
Also-
all of Salem's stuff. It's just there's a lot of stuff I gotta.
Where and where's Kelvin and Ignia? We need to bring them too.
Do we really need to bring them to?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I mean, we also gotta bring the guy who always smiles a lot. I don't know. He just hangs around with Kelvin.
I think they're dating or something.
Oh, that makes sense. There was a lot of slapping
Not
noises
really.
when it happened.
Because Ignia's and Calvin's, you know,
What?
he's, you know,
What?
What?
he's he's at them over there. I hide.
Can you please see Kelvin transform and be like, oh my god, he's the most beautiful guy I've ever seen?
So like, I think before anything, you guys smell this sort of citrus, this intense citrus smell start to waft into the area.
And then you hear dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
Is it like that scene in Superman where Parker becomes evil and you're walking down the street?
I think the Pretty Woman analogy is better.
I
It's-
like the pretty woman.
Yeah, it's
Oh, look, there's Ignia and someone.
yeah. You guys don't recognize Kelvin at all. He's
What is
groomed.
that smell?
The beard has been shrunk like 25%, like it's been shaped, and the hair has been coiffed.
It smells like sunny oranges. I hate it.
Who
My
is-
nose is stinging.
I don't
Is
know.
anyone else's eyes watering?
Oh, bless you, bless you.
There's so much oranges. What? Who is that? What is that?
Maybe
someone-
he's some sort of orange farmer.
It's coming from that dwarf with Ignia.
Who is
Oi.
that? Ignia, is this a new friend?
So, let me introduce to you guys the new Kelvin. And I point at Kelvin.
Oh, you
You
replaced him.
killed him?
What? No, it's me. Hello.
I want to run up to him and shake him and be like,
What did you do with Kelvin?
Calm down, Selena. This is
smells-
Kelvin.
That's not Kelvin.
That's not Kelvin.
He's
This is
clean.
The pallor of his face is completely different now. Like his, you
see the color
you
of his hair.
Yeah. His hair is like bright orange, and
Well,
it's just.
Why
As
is he
we-
wearing a dressing gown?
A dressing gown. No,
It's not a gown, it's
it
a-
got close.
It's a suit.
Yeah,
it's a suit.
Oh, you've got your suit on.
But he
No,
has
no,
like
no, no,
he's
no,
got
no,
the
no.
pink.
He bought regular clothes besides
Yeah.
his suit as well.
Didn't you buy like the I love Saint Helena shirt?
I think he
got
decided on.
robes.
He got some like very plain robes. Yeah.
So, you know that we go to a ball, and I thought this was a good chance to, put him to bathhouse, buy him some new clothes.
You took a dwarf to a bathhouse.
It was very nice. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it a lot, right, Kelvin?
I
Especially
want to
with
see if I can
Hans.
see the terror and pain in Kelvin's eyes.
Yeah, I kind of said, "Oh, it was fantastic." And then
Roll a
back
deception check with disadvantage, please, Kelvin.
Oh my
Disadvantage on your deception check.
I got a 14.
Okay, Tristana, give me an insight check. So, you think that Kelvin's probably just hamming it up, but you know that he had a good time. He spent it with Ignia.
Oh.
I wonder what they were doing.
Did you guys go to the bath together?
Oh.
No,
No.
they're separate.
Yeah.
Plus, he had a longer program than I did. You know, the full deluxe package.
Why
No,
do you
I
smell
don't.
like an orchard?
Oh well.
Why do you look like an orchard? With the orange hair.
Wait, where's
But he has
Kelvin?
always been orange.
No, it was definitely like a black, dirty brown earlier.
I'm pretty sure I was born with it. So
When
Always
Maybe
been
I
a
ordered
redhead.
it.
Kelvin, before you went to the bathhouse, when was the last time you had a wash?
every morning.
With acids. I
Oh,
know,
excellent.
I know.
How'd you wash with acids?
I
You
don't
just
even want to know.
Very lightly put it on and rinse it off, and it kind of just takes off the top layer. Just
Top
Clink.
layer of what? Your skin?
well, no, probably the. Let's not talk about it. Anyway, how long do we have before we have to leave?
Not very long. I think about half an hour, maybe.
We gotta go get our stuff.
Yes, we haven't got all our luggage.
And Drubby's gonna put it on the
Or
cart.
What? All our gifts?
Luggage?
Oh, luggage. Gotcha.
But if you got gits, I mean, I don't know what those are, but you gotta get those too.
Oh, I'll get those gifts.
Okay.
I want some
Tristana?
gits.
What about grits? Can we get those?
What are grits?
I don't know. Something potatoes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
I don't think I want gritty potatoes.
Also, Kelvin, I think it's smart if you throw away some of your things now you're clean.
You mean my old robes?
That, yes, maybe anything that can get you dirty, like acids.
I just don't get you dirty. They get you clean.
I mean, just get rid of it, okay? If you have anything weird like that ball that you threw away at the store,
Oh right, yeah. I should really check all my pockets.
that would be wise.
Yeah.
I wouldn't slap the clay either, because when you slap, I think you get dirty again.
Well,
I don't know. They spent the whole day together. I don't think he needs to slap clay today.
Someone
Oh, I
seems
see
jealous.
what you're saying. Because they together will slap. Okay.
The bathhouse.
Salem just like is laughing. He has no idea what's going on, but he's just
I'm trying not to laugh, but I look kind of pleased with myself.
How do we start traveling with like teenagers? What is
yeah,
this?
Okay, as your seniors, yes, we are blades. Go and get your stuff and put it in the cart.
We don't want to be late. And I look at them stern.
Well, where's your stuff?
Oh, I already packed my stuff. I just need to get it.
So we all need to get it.
Don't you
Yeah,
need to
but
get
you go first, so you're away from us.
No, we should all go together.
No, we should just we
No.
should just go.
No, we don't.
We should
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go.
Yeah, let's go together. Come on, let's go.
I'll go
I'll
with
try
you,
to bring him along
Battergrund.
with me.
No.
Battergrund's
I'm gonna take a
arms like extend like he's got a giant
Everyone.
wingspan.
Battergrund, do you think that you are strong enough to carry everyone's luggage, or
I
I
could
think
try. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I don't know.
Yeah.
Flex a little. Let me see.
Give me an athletics check.
Does he fart as he
So
flexes?
when Battergrund tries to flex, he realizes.
Punch himself
I
in the
think
face.
I think that you still have like your armor might be stuck on one of the pieces of luggage on the cart. So when you go to flex, you like lift up like the luggage and kind of just punch yourself right in the face when you try to flex.
Oh!
Right, everyone get their own luggage.
Are you alright, Battergrund?
Yeah.
Not that I care or anything.
Of course you don't. That's why you always ask, isn't it? And I walk inside.
Oh, looks like somebody got a new RBF from the bathhouse.
I don't know what that means, so yeah, joke's on you. I don't care. What is an RBF?
Resting bitch face.
But that's what you have.
Yeah, I am fully aware of how hypocritical my character is. I designed it myself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab my stuff.
Me too. I got so many unicorns to pack up.
Mm-hmm.
So many.
I have so much to pack up too.
Wack, what do I know about the journey from St. Helena to Belmare?
Let's have you roll a history check.
Didn't we roll for that last time?
I don't remember.
I don't recall rolling. For
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you rolled to find out if you knew about Belmare,
Maybe
and I
that
can't
was-
remember what people rolled. So,
23.
I had a crit, I think.
somebody had a crit. It might have been. Was it Vandy?
It was
I
me.
can't remember.
I don't think it was me. I don't think
Okay.
I crit at all last one.
So yeah, I mean, you guys knew that Belmare has like, it's an expensive to maintain kind of teleportation to Brienne.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Faraway Arch, and it's essentially like it's a magic portal for all intents and purposes. It requires a lot of magical power to activate, and it's expensive. It's expensive as shit. So as far as the journey to Belmare goes, Kelvin, it's a long trip. It's generally mostly pretty safe. It does go through different sets of woods and things along the way. And the I just realized that this map has all of the Falarin other locations turned off. What the hell? That's wrong. I'm not going to try to load up Photoshop right now with this map because it's insane. Let me see if I've got the other version of this map. What the hell? But yeah, there's a whole... I've got all these like woods and stuff named. Why did I miss that? What the fuck? It's a journey through several different woods, and it's mostly a pretty easy trip. You're taking the Roseway Road, basically northwest, straight to Belmare. It's a long trip. It's, a week to do this trip is pretty fast. It's definitely like setting off some red flags for you. Like, why do we only have a week?
Yeah. Okay, well, should be mostly a quiet, long, boring trip. So, if you have anything to keep you busy, make sure you bring it with you.
Oh, I got lots to keep me busy.
Okay, Battergrund, if you have any toys you want to bring, make sure you bring them.
I always have my toys with me,
Okay, good.
but we can play games on the way. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's go and grab our things and head in and go upstairs and gather the rest of my stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys grab your bags and things. What does it look like in terms of everybody's packing? How does this go? Let's sort of go around the room here and see what this looks like. Ignia, what does your sort of packing situation look like in your room?
Well, surprisingly enough, I actually had everything already packed and ready to go. So I just had to grab my stuff. And I don't have, even though you might think, Ignia girl, she has a lot of stuff. Not that much, actually. But she does have, some weird gadgets and, clothing pieces. Totally not related to what I wear in the strip club.
Do those go in a special bag?
No, they're undercover in between the regular stuff.
You've padded that bag with regular clothes around the secret items? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But mostly pretty organized. What does your room look like in general?
I would definitely say...
How do you keep things?
Cleaner than my room. No, I think it's pretty clean. I think I don't have she doesn't have any a lot of things Selena has figurines or plushies or whatever, just mainly the necessary stuff. She doesn't have a lot of gadgets, whatever things.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, you guys actually have, these are mostly common rooms that you guys kind of take over for periods of time, while you're in the area. The guild hall it doesn't have assigned rooms per se. If there's an open room when you guys come into town, you can take a room in the guild hall, and however long you're in town, you just kind of occupy it.
Yeah. And in general, because she's always been traveling, so she doesn't take that much stuff as she lives kind of out of a suitcase in the past, so there's no point in having a lot of things. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just no. You know how stubborn I am with being a perfectionist with the maps and everything. I just realized that I got to look back at one of the older versions of the map that I've got because I somehow deleted the folder for all the Falarin locations. That's why they're not on that map.
No.
I've got 20 versions of the map, so I'm okay. But it's just
okay.
It's a
I thought we had
dumbass
another.
thing.
I also really thought you were freezing because it was your mouth went and then it just stuck. I was like.
It really did look like a freeze.
Yeah.
Well, because my brain shut down for a second. All right.
Terrifying.
I was hoping for a quick fix that I could just drag it in while nobody was paying attention, but I could get it figured out. Anyway, so what does it look like in your room, Kelvin, to get ready?
Well, my alchemy stuff's probably fairly well organized. I keep it out and keep it organized just because it's a safety precaution. You don't want to be
So you've reset your room after the Battergrund incursion.
Yeah, reset it back.
Because
for safety
you
purposes.
piled everything in front of your door.
Yeah.
Well, you got Buster back into shape. Okay.
So it's re-squared, and I actually don't own much apart from my alchemy stuff, so I guess I'll leave my old clothes kind of just lying on the floor somewhere, and then pack up all my new stuff into my pack on, alchemy supplies on, ready to go.
Okay. Battergrund, what does it look like in your room?
A
You went
nightmare.
ham with chalk drawings.
It's like a total scattered nightmare of just all sorts of failed sculptures, or some are actually really good, but they're just kind of scattered. And then you have my kind of workbench, which is disgustingly organized. Why would Battergrund ever have organized anything like this? Because just weirdly organized. And then on the other side of the room, probably clattered everywhere around, but just couple inches away, I have my little shrine to Scoreus, my god of stone giants. And
what does
so
the shrine look like?
It's you know how voxel art kind of looks like, where it's this weird kind of chisel-y kind of look. It's kind of that interpretive look of a stone giant in that kind of artistic design. Except that he looks like he's built like a Greek god and stupidly well endowed. He's just straight up naked. Yeah, he's got a huge dick. and just full like flex with his weapon in the air, and so Battleground will totally like pray to him, and
I know this isn't what stone giants would do, like go to a ball, but please forgive me. I'll return to my quest soon. I swear. Just I ask for your blessings in the journeys ahead.
and then I'm gonna gather all my stuff and.
What is involved with your gathering? What does it look like? How do you gather stuff? Like, what do you have? Does Battleground have luggage? Is it a canvas sack?
I've got it's basically like a Santa Claus bag. Like it's just a sack of shit. I just pour it all in there and just kind of lug it around.
And I kind of had this imaginary. I had this like picture in my head when you walk through the door makes a sound. Like. Like when you open the door, and it's just like different metallic projects clatter out of the way. They're literally in front of the door, just blocking everything, and you have to like force the door open to get into the room.
Battleground probably when he wakes up in the morning will pick up different ones. He likes them all over the place because then he sees them and then he can play with them in the morning sometimes. But it's different every day, because they're all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, you got your stuff together, your canvas sack all together. Grab your stuff. Tristana. How do you get ready?
So I'm just putting stuff into Yeah, how is this place lit? Is it all candles kind of deal?
It's up to you. I mean, I think you mean
I like
in terms
to think
of
that there's a chandelier in each room.
I think that's probably fair. There's probably some. I think in the bigger rooms, maybe in the smaller ones, maybe not so much.
No, I don't mean like big grandiose things. The little wooden things.
Maybe a candelabra.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is, but that sounds right.
It's a stand with candles on it.
It's like a non-Jewish menorah. That shows you how much I know about Judaism.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yay! Just a really weird way to say it.
It's definitely a head tilter.
Yeah, I guess.
I think all the candles are black, but only one of them is lit, and I'm just putting change of clothes. They're all black clothes, obviously, and I'm putting all my music boxes for my favorite bards, so I can take them with me. Would you like to know which bards?
I would really like to know which bards.
I have no idea which one.
So first of all, one of my favorites, Taking Back Monday. That one goes straight in. That's the first one in, and then my Alchemy Romance. That's a mainstay for sure. Fetch Me the Horizon. It's probably another one in. Alexia is on fire. Funeral for Some Friends and 37 Crazy Fists. Just forcing them in. Oh, I forgot. And you'll know us by the Trail of the Dread. That one goes in last. It speaks to me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah,
that was really easy because I quite enjoy those bands anyway.
So you have your bag stuffed and ready to go. Selena.
My poetry book as well. Sorry.
Oh.
Dude, I think for Selena's packing, have you just now realized oh my god, I have to pack?
Yeah,
that's kind
I'm
of
a late packer.
Yeah.
There are 100 unicorn figurines just around my room and little dangly. I like to hang little lights and stuff so it looks kind of ethereal. And I'm tearing it all down and kind of stuffing it into one bag, and then I take each little figurine and I give it a little kiss, and then I put it very, very gently into the bag. I'm just here you go. There you go. Okay. Now don't fight with this one. And then Salem's going around and grabbing the rest of his stuff too.
Just trying to find the song. Okay. So, yeah, we get this kind of hurried look. You've got your pink bags all kind of like thrown open, and you're just throwing shit in there. Like a mad flurry of clothing is just splayed about in your room. I think we had this like panicked look on your face too, right? Like it's like you close the door, like like looking around, like opening up your drawers, just like emptying them out into the bags. And they're just full of unicorns. Like
pretty much everything is like thrown in there except for the unicorns, which are very meticulously placed. Like that's like I put them in gently, but like still kind of like quickly.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You get your stuff together. Unicorns gently padded by furiously packed clothing, and your let's see. Roll me a d6. Okay, so you've got one bag of unicorns, one full bag, and 5 bags of other stuff.
Okay.
There's like 5 pink bags. I don't know why you've got this much stuff, but you just do. I was rolling for the bag to unicorn ratio. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. So yeah, you've got like tons of bags set up and ready to go. All right, so you guys get your bags.
Supplies.
Yeah, they're in there too. The sewing supplies.
Okay.
Tiny little portable sewing kit. Like.
Okay. Do you actually have some kind of kit like that, or is that something that we're gonna have to have you purchase?
I would have to purchase it. I figured I probably would have had it before.
Sure.
I don't want to retcon that.
Yeah. No, it's no problem. We'll just make you purchase it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's take a look.
Sewing kit. How much are the sewing kits?
I'm gonna take a look. I think they actually have some kind of tailor supplies in the tools section. Let's see.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a proficient tool for that.
Mm-hmm.
Healer's kit. Mess kit, no. Tools, that's what we want. Okay, so you have Weaver's tools. Costing only one. It's only 1 gold piece.
Okay, cool.
But the Weaver's tools, just the most common types of things that you would expect with a with that kind of a kit there. So you've got, different kinds of thread, different types of fabric and things, and you bought more. You probably have like patching fabric as opposed to like full. I forget what they're called for fabric. What are the?
Yards.
Yeah, they're yards, but isn't there like a proper name for them when you've got like a
bolt?
Yeah, bolt of cloth.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, you guys got all your stuff together. And Selena's got 6 bags that she brings out, loads out into the hallway. The rest of you see her like just dumping these big pink bags out into the hall.
Okay. Ready to go?
Wow, that's a lot.
You don't carry this much stuff with you guys when you travel?
How do you even get that much stuff?
No, just 2 bags generally does me.
I could probably
just
fit
got-
essentials just in my backpack, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fair.
I just got my sack.
How many unicorns do you own?
The essentials these are the essentials, and I own a few.
Selena, how many unicorns did you bring?
Salem pops out of your hood and just like holds up. He's got 3 fingers on each hand, and he holds up like this, and then he flashes it like multiple times.
How about you just bring
perhaps-
one unicorn?
What?
He's still flashing big.
But Salem, don't tell them.
Selena, perhaps not as many unicorns.
But where are they gonna go?
I mean, you can leave them
I
here.
can't just leave them.
We could, you could put someone in charge of them while we're gone.
Who's gonna be in charge here when Mr. Volpe's coming with us?
Volpan isn't coming with us.
I thought
Yeah, he
Volpan was
is.
coming with us.
No.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
Pat's
is.
coming along.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
Do I
every,
know?
Just-
everybody from the guild, as far as you know, is going. That's available.
You could put one of the unicorns in charge to look after the other ones.
Who's the most responsible one?
Salem looks.
Salem's in charge of the unicorns.
You can't
But-
leave Salem behind, though.
No, I can't. That's what I'm saying.
Selena, open your bag, Selena.
I just want to like reluctantly take the bag of unicorns and just open it slightly.
Oh
As
my
soon
God,
as,
that's a
as soon as you
lot.
pop the
And it's-
latch, poof.
Yeah.
There, I would say there's like stuffed unicorns and like yarn unicorns.
You had to do the
and
How
butt.
many
You
of
had to
them
do
did
the.
patches.
You
I
had-
would say about like 130.
How many of them did you make yourself? These all homemade unicorns?
Probably most of them. I would say 90% of them. Like the other ones would be found unicorns or things that are shaped like unicorns. Like there's just a rock that is in the shape of a unicorn, vaguely.
I think you actually. It
Big
was
lump
one
of
of.
stone.
It was one of those situations where you actually
But
had to
just with a
sit.
horn.
You actually had to
It's painted.
sit. You had to sit on the luggage to close it. You know, like just,
Yep.
This
Which of the three most special unicorns, Selena?
Salem grabs his favorite one immediately.
that's Salem's favorite. Salem found that one when we were on the way to Grunic once, and then we came back and it was in the trees.
How do you even?
What?
What?
How do you even find all these unicorns?
Well, I found some of them, but I actually made most of them. The rock I found in a river, and these other ones I make them myself when I don't, have anything else to do, or when I want to commune with my patron unicorn.
I'm gonna pick up one random unicorn.
Whoa, no,
about-
don't touch that
What
one.
about this one?
Don't touch that one.
Oh, okay.
That
Salem
one's
starts
magical.
to wind his way around your arm and grabs the unicorn.
So this one's another special one.
That one, it's just dangerous. That one holds some pretty crazy stuff in it.
Right.
Beads mostly, but just gotta be careful.
And
It's
what
fragile.
about this one? I'm gonna point to the rock one.
Well, that one we found in the river, and I painted it after because it really looked like a unicorn, and it was kind of glowing when I found it. It was almost like it was calling to me.
All right, so I'm gonna pick that one up and give it to you.
Wait, glowing.
And I'm gonna push the bag of the rest of the unicorns back into her room with my foot.
Do you mind if I take a look at the stone unicorn?
Okay, if you want, but be careful because she doesn't like to be handled very much.
Yeah, just a few tests here and there.
Test? No, don't test her on her. She's not a lab animal.
I wouldn't trust him with that. Nope.
I am very trustworthy.
You can't just slap her either. You do
Just
a lot of
make-
slapping. I don't like that.
I don't do a lot of slapping.
Oh, I'd hope he
no.
doesn't try. Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay,
Slapping?
Disgusting.
I can go down
I'm not
to
a scouser,
50.
Mac.
I'll go down to 50 unicorns. That's already less than half.
Okay.
Just have those three, and you'll look after them, and we'll just put the other unicorns, and they can have A holiday in the bag. Just over here. And I just keep not kicking, but pushing the bag.
Can I put it in the food locker with the vegetables?
No.
Oh.
You'll probably get in trouble for that.
Oh.
I tried to put some stuff in there once and they weren't happy.
Oh. Do you think Mr. Vilpen's office is closed and locked?
That's a great idea. Let's put it in there.
Okay.
He's very particular about his office.
Kelvin, give me a perception check. Oh my God. Okay, so for the first time, you notice that Selena's unicorn is actually made of diamond. It's an actual diamond.
With like a rock.
It's painted.
Oh.
It's painted. She painted over it.
Right.
How big is it?
It's not that
I was
big.
picturing it to be like this big.
No.
No.
It's probably like this big, but it's huge. I mean, that's a big fucking diamond.
This
it hasn't been cut, it's still like rough.
Yeah.
And there's probably like a little bit of other rock and stuff that's clung to it. But yeah, it's a straight up diamond. I rolled for it. It's a diamond.
Oh, shit.
So this let's have a wee chat.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
Mm-hmm.
do you know your rock unicorn is really special?
Oh, I know. She called to me and she was glowing. And
Rock
sometimes
unicorn.
sometimes I hold her when I cast spells and it makes things easy.
Oh, right. Maybe it's imbued with the power of Scoraeus Stoneborn.
No, it's
I
actually
don't
imbued
think so.
with unicorn magic.
Oh, I gotta see it to make sure.
No. You can't touch it. So
Wait, it's not your unicorn. You don't decide if I can touch it. Selena, can I touch it, please? I'll be
Oh,
super
stop
gentle.
arguing over her.
okay.
Kelvin, what about, I know she's special.
Shh. So she's a diamond unicorn.
What?
Do we hear that?
A diamond unicorn.
What's your passive perception?
18.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry. What?
Diamond!
I don't know what that is. She's a
Oh!
rock.
It's 18?
No, it's not a rock. It's
That's a very fancy gem. Oh, wow, you got really lucky.
But she's a rock. I found her in a river.
okay. Yep, but just don't give her to anyone ever.
Yeah,
And I just I want to snatch her back then.
Careful.
I can't let you touch her either.
Exactly. She's the most special of your unicorns. So
Well, I don't like to say that one of them's more important than the other ones, but she has
right.
helped me a lot.
yeah, we won't say that. Wink, wink.
There's something in your eye. Can I get that for you? Hold on. I want to go up and. Oh.
No, it's
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Just take good care of that. Don't lose it.
Okay.
And if you're ever short on cash, you can sell it.
What?
No, you should use that.
Salem looks like mortally offended, like he's holding his chest, like.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Should have seen your face.
That's a good joke.
The Salem
That's a
face.
good one.
I turned to ignore like.
Okay.
All emotion drains out of Salem's face, and he's just staring hateful daggers at you, Kelvin.
That's a disturbing wee creature. Right. Well,
Ah, okay.
looks like they're ready up to settle off, so all your stuff in. On
Okay.
carts and wagons, all the rest of it.
Where is Mr. Vilpen's office? Can I bring this to Mr. Vilpen's office?
Yeah, I bring him stuff all the time. Let's go.
I can ring her.
I want to hop up on his
I
shoulders.
wonder how we ended up with them. I just, I after Lumen, I really thought that
You must have done something to upset him.
I don't know. How did that happen?
Okay, so Battergrund and Selena trot off down the stairs. What are you bringing to Mr. Vulpan?
I don't know what Selena's.
You said you were bringing something to Mr. Vulpan.
I'm just bringing my bag of unicorns. The bag of the remaining unicorns. I want to just keep it for safekeeping in Mr. Vulpan's office.
And Battergrund brings Mr. Vulpan like all sorts of statues and stuff that I make for him all the time. So I do think I know where that office is. It's probably one of the only.
Yeah, it's downstairs. Everybody here has been there before. You've definitely had to visit him. He's got like a nice like study area. Has like a small library in there with a nice expensive looking desk and whatnot, like comfy couches and chairs and stuff. A very like homey kind of place, and he's in there talking to Dedan. When you guys go down the stairs, you can hear them sort of chatting. All right, so is everything packed up, Dedan?
Right, it looks like everything's set. You really intend on bringing everyone?
Yeah, we're going to bring everyone in the guild. We need to get as many jobs as we can, and the best way to do that is to have everybody pandering to the people at the party. Do you disagree?
There are a few that I would recommend not.
And I'll just bust over the door.
Hi.
Hey, Mr. Vulpan! Hi, Dedan!
Hi.
Hi.
Were we interrupting something?
You were. I was having a conversation with Mr. Vulpan about the trip.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm really sorry, but
It's not fun, it's work, Battergrund.
Work, fun, I mean, aren't they the same thing?
I have a question.
I'm waiting. Go ahead. What's your question?
I have this bag of very valuable items that I cannot bring on the trip because my friends won't let me. So, could I leave it in a safe, locked place like your study?
Yeah, Mr. Vulpan, just keep on where you keep all my treasures that I give you, like statues that I know you keep safe.
That's probably a bad idea. Maybe not in the same place.
You guys like turn around. Tristana's there again.
Sneaking
I
up
know
on us
you treasure
again.
them.
What you talking? I was right behind you. I was talking to you.
I never see you.
Nobody ever noticed me.
So
would that be okay?
yeah, sure. We can put it in the guild safe. That's not a problem. That whole thing. Okay.
They're all very valuable, I promise.
Okay. Can we break that up? That's a lot of stuff. I don't think that can fit in the safe.
Well, they do like to be together.
It's not that big. I mean, we don't have a vault.
Wait, that's not what you told me, Mr. Vulpan. You told me you had plenty of space for all my things.
Oh no, for your stuff. Oh, we keep your stuff in a very special place. I think it's so special, in fact, that we shouldn't put it with anything else.
Yeah, but these are pretty special to her, so I feel like maybe they would fit together.
Absolutely, and that's why we need another special place for her stuff.
Well, it can be broken up a little bit.
Can we open it up? Can we just take a look? I just want to see what we're dealing with here, and then we can fit it into the safe if we've got room.
Okay.
Do we need to do that? Is that a thing we need to do?
Well, I mean,
I just have to
maybe
know
there
how
could
much
be-
space we have. I mean, I have to be honest with you. There's no way that we can fit this whole thing in there the way that it is right now. I mean, I'm going to have to take the stuff out of the case, and we're going to have to put it in the safe that way.
Okay.
It's just otherwise she'll have to take it with us.
And what's the problem with that?
It's a lot of stuff.
It's
Just
one bag.
Look at it. Oh, you haven't seen the other bags.
Did everyone follow us?
Igneous here too. Hey, Igneous.
Let's say that if we want to get in the car together, I think we'll have a problem.
Can't you just buy a horse? I mean, you guys make plenty of money. Can't you?
You haven't given us a job for months.
I can have a horse.
But the money that you
Huh?
make when you've had a job should have earned you plenty of money. You don't have a horse? Maybe something you can put some saddlebags on? A carriage? Nothing?
How much does a horse cost?
Depends on what kind of horse. And you can buy like pack mules and stuff like that. But generally, they're going to range in prices depending on what kind of horse you get.
Please buy a horse and put a horn in it.
That is literally what I want to do. The minute I heard the word horse, I'm just like, I can get a horse.
That's almost a unicorn.
It's almost.
So
It's like 90% unicorn. Right?
So like the horses are going to range from anywhere from like 50 gold pieces, to maybe really nice horses like 500 gold pieces. You can get a donkey or a mule for a lot cheaper.
I mean, I do have enough gold.
Just buy.
But it's just how much time do we have before we leave? That's the only thing.
Well, is there a place that we can buy a horse before we leave?
You
Do we have
can
time?
You can check with the stable master when we get the caravan together. I mean, we're going in very soon.
Okay, we should go there. Can we bring my bag of unicorns and go find a horse?
I don't
Yes.
care. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're so nice, Mr. Hillpan. Hey, Dad. Listen, I know we talked before.
The veins
And, well-
starting to pop out in Volpan's forehead.
Well, I know
He's
it's
bald
not really,
and he has like a goatee with like a point.
I know it's less talking and more you yelling at me, but I just want you to know that this is gonna be great and we're gonna have a fun time, and I'm definitely not gonna mess anything up.
Do you remember the conversation we were? I get it. Yes, I get it.
Okay, well, I'm very excited. I'm gonna make a great impression. Okay, see you guys soon. Okay, so you go, guys.
You turn, your robe's like swishing behind you as you walk out. And Dadan I think like the rest of you just see like Dadan give Volpan a look, and Volpan is just closing his eyes. Okay, well, good talk. Let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna do one final call for everybody in the guild hall here, and then we're gonna get going. Okay, we're gonna head to the stables outside of town, and then we're gonna meet up with Lord Daswell, and we'll be on our way to Belmare. Okay, all right, good talk. He's doing like the clap kind of
Okay.
thing that like once
do
a
it.
coach is done talking to the players, you know.
I'm gonna turn around with my bag and like heave it and just start trotting behind Battergrund.
Okay. You guys head out, and that's where we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back, everybody, for more Tablestory, the Seventh Eon, in just a little bit. Hang tight.
Oh.
An entire hour about unicorns. This is...
Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory, the Seventh Eon, Season 2, Episode number 3. Welcome back. The group has gathered their belongings, and they are ready to head out to the stables. The cart is piled high with bags and belongings from people, especially pink bags from Selena. Dedan is basically staring at this cart, baffled, and saying, "How did we do this? What is this?" You see Drillby like he's trying to get like the cart, like he's trying to like lift one of the handles of the cart to like start to lift it up. It's kind of like a wheelbarrow kind of thing, I guess. Drillby, you're gonna need some help, okay? What is this? Whose bags are these? What is happening?
Selena, get behind me.
Okay.
It's just some luggage, Dandy. It's fine.
He puts a hand on your
Dandy.
shoulder. You feel the vice-like grip that you're all too familiar with start to pinch and squeeze. It's reminiscent.
Oh, is he one of them shoulder gropers?
He's a shoulder squisher. Like it's just he's got like a death grip on your shoulder. You probably have bruising that you have that never quite heals in the same place where he just leaves a handprint. And he's just saying, Kelvin. Have I told you how much I appreciate all of the things you do for the guild?
I believe you may have mentioned it in passing.
Stay behind me, Selena.
Well, that's good then. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
They're special.
who belongs to these pink bags? Dedan, just let it go. Let's get going.
It would be very appreciated if you let it go.
Can you let... He looks like he's in pain, Dedan. He's staring at Mr. Volpan and just kind of... He leans down into your ear and he says, I'll be watching, Kelvin.
That's good to know. Thank you, Dandy.
Let's go. And he says, right. So, trainees, let's get the cart and let's get going. We're already late, guys. And if I know Lord Deswell, he is going to be annoyed if we don't get moving as quickly as possible. Okay, trainees, grab the cart. You can see them trying to lift. The other trainees that you did not speak to are a male elf and a female half elf. The male elf is very scrawny looking, very, very, very thin, to the point where you're probably scared about his health. And he's trying to like lift the other side of the cart. Drillby's got one side of the cart, and then the female half elf kind of has one hand on the cart. She doesn't really look like she gives a shit, and she's just heave ho, heave ho, and Volpan says, Kelvin, can you have Buster help with that? Maybe Battergrun, do you think you can assist?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Buster,
All right.
do you feel like helping?
Come on, Buster.
So how would you like him to help?
If he could help the trainees lift that ridiculously heavy cart that has way too many bags on it, that would be great.
Right, okay. Buster, you know what to do. And then Buster's form kind of like wobbles a little bit. And then zoop. He goes into his full proper form.
A bullet.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know what a bullet is, it's kind of like a land shark. It looks like a. Oh, I'll pull up the actual image.
Why?
A land shark?
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
He's big. He's
They're
my
fucking
friend.
crazy looking, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's show this
So-
to players. Here we go.
Yeah, there he is. That's my boy.
I love him.
Right. Over there and help those. Attaboy, and I give him a pat. And he goes,
He does.
and goes
He's
up
like
and helps.
wiggling and just like smacking his tail into the cart. The cart's like wobbling like up on two wheels.
It's a puppy.
He's
Yep,
huge.
that's my puppy.
It's a big fucking.
Yeah, he's
this guy is considered a large creature, so 10 feet or so.
All right, team, let's do this.
I stand by me calling
Kelvin,
me calling it a puppy.
What?
Kelvin, can we not? Nope. Battergrun, hold it. Kelvin.
Yeah.
I didn't stop.
I mean, to be
Alright,
fair, this is
Buster.
actually what I imagined Buster to look like.
Yeah.
No joke.
Kelvin, when I
Mhm.
meant can Buster help, I didn't mean have him transform.
Oh.
That is inappropriate. You see those people that are running away screaming back there, Kelvin? Those, yeah.
Right, save that for when we're outside of town. That's the rule, right? Sorry.
Yeah. There's a
That's
reason
not
we,
right.
we have that. Dan is, you can hear the grinding of his face palm. Like, he's just,
At this point, he's going to dent into his skull.
oh, yeah.
Right.
Dan drinks a lot of milk. A lot. He needs to reinforce his bones as much as possible.
Right, Buster, back to boy. And he goes,
And it's
kind of
just,
turns clay colored and then back to a kind of dwarfy shape and then.
Can he
Color
just stay
comes
like
back.
that? Because that's how I always imagined him. I don't know why. You just imagine me like sort of like that, but then a bit of like a dog mixed in. Like,
I could make him like that, but he's my. I want to be my little dwarf friend.
let him have a friend, okay, Ignia?
okay. I'll let him have a friend.
Yeah. All right. Well, lifting just like this then. Buster, go for it.
All right, Buster.
The trainees kind of get like lifted up off the ground a little bit as you guys lift the cart up.
Great job, guys. All right, let's do this.
I think
Oh.
Battergrund, you've especially started to develop like you really love Buster. He's always in a great mood. He's always got a smile on his face. He's like another version of you.
Buster. I wish Kelvin was more like you. I
like-
wish most people were more like you.
He turns towards you like,
Yeah, exactly.
and you guys start to head out of town towards the stables. So, you guys are taking the Roseway Road. Let's go here. So yeah, near the outside of town, right here, right on the edge there, is where the stables are located. You can already see that there's several carriages and things that have been lined up. There's horses there of all different shapes and sizes, a few pack mules, and there's kind of like a very ornate looking carriage that's gilded, and it has just like it's way too poncy. Like it's obscene. It's gaudy. It has bits of gold on it. You can see this kind of crest of a. It looks kind of like some kind of a ship of some kind. You've seen this around town in a lot of different places for sure. And there's a few people that are milling about the carriage. One of these people has what looks like a step ladder that's tied to their back, like on straps. They have like straps, and there's a step ladder on their back.
What is a step ladder exactly?
What does it sound like?
I mean, yes, a ladder, but like
with steps. It's a small.
Ladder.
It's like a little small ladder, basically.
But does it have like wooden like lats or something that's
Yeah.
a step?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just sorry, I never seen one.
It's basically it's like a small.
Mac, you're like 2 foot tall. You should have 4 of them.
She's probably
Can't
your
believe
height.
I just made a
Peachy.
short joke.
She's
Jesus
probably your height,
Christ.
Peachy.
I've come full circle. Kick me from the show after that.
So it was already happening.
Yeah, it's probably a translation.
So yeah, a step ladder is it's kind of like a few steps of a ladder. It's just a small ladder, and it usually has like a little pedestal on top to stand on top of. So yeah, it's sort of strapped to the back.
Ah, okay. No, I was.
Yeah, Google.
I did
this.
not. Yeah, I googled it. I was like, oh, okay, those things.
Yeah.
What are they called over there?
Trap ladder.
Trapje,
Sure.
I guess.
All right, we're learning.
An
We're learning so
upstopje,
much.
a step up thingy, which I don't know.
So, yeah, and you can see this like step ladder strapped to this person's back. But they look like they're kind of guards of a sort. They also have some heraldry that's hanging, that also has the same crest on it. As you guys approach, and Mr. Vilpan says, looks like Lord Deswell is here already. This is going to go very well. Very, very well.
Whoa.
Oh, is it? Look, why is this so fancy? There should be unicorns pulling this cart.
Just as a warning, if everybody could please try to avoid talking to Lord Deswell, that would be great.
Not a problem.
Dedan immediately looks at you, Battergrund.
Trust me, you don't even want to talk to this guy.
I don't know. Why can't I talk to him?
Dedan says, because if you talk to him, he's going to have you killed, most likely.
I'll try.
Try really hard.
I'll try really hard. For you. Only for you.
Really, really hard. To the
Yeah,
point where I want to see you sweating.
A vein, like you'll see a vein, like
Good.
popping out.
Good. Keep it up.
If you feel
Keep it
like
up.
you need to talk, just talk to me. Just say what you gotta say to me, as though you're gonna say it to him. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me handle this. Hello. Hi. The Iron Foxes are here. Sorry for being a little bit late. Is Lord Deswell around? The carriage just... You hear the door, like, slam open, like... You see these 2 small feet make their way out with these very expensive-looking boots that are a sort of bright color. I think maybe like a purple with some gold embroidery on them. They have a bit of a... probably like a bit of a point to them. They kind of like wiggle their way out of the carriage. Immediately, you see one of the guy with the step ladder. He like takes the step ladder off of his back and like shuffles it over to the carriage. Walking out of the carriage, you see this very regal-looking gnome with the biggest hat you've ever seen on a gnome. It's quite widely brimmed, has a giant feather white-colored feather that's poofy and flopping about in the breeze. And he's wearing a doublet. It's sort of purple, white, and gold. And he starts to step down off of the ladder, and he says, "Monsieur Vulpin, where have you been? Monsieur Vulpin!" Lord Deswell, please accept my humble apologies for us being late, sir. I have been waiting for 15 minutes. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Talina, I don't know if I could.
You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Lord Deswell, might I comment on your...
I don't want to hear it. I am furious with the Iron Foxes, and I expect only the finest of services. Mr. Vulpin, please step forward. He rolls his eyes and, like, he catches himself and tries to stop and kind of nods his head and walks forward. Lord Deswell, surely a man as busy as yourself can understand when dealing with so many people how difficult it is to get them to move. And your guild nonsense is none of my business. I wish for only perfection. Only perfection! You can see that his hat kind of jostles with every major exclamation that he makes. The three of you that have not met Lord Deswell can go ahead and give me a perception check. So Selena, you notice that he's got hair underneath this hat, right? But from what you're seeing, it's actually attached to the hat. So with every exclamation, the hair kind of moves a little bit, like with the hat. It's definitely a wig that's attached to the hat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Battergrund, you have no... You're just trying to stifle yourself right now. He's got like a... I mean, he's actually a good-looking guy. It's just clear that he's completely bald and just has a wig below this hat. That
reminds me of a frog.
Yeah, he's a good-looking gnome. He actually is like a good-looking guy. He's wearing a very weird hat and a very weird wig below. It's got sort of ringlets, and we'll say that it's kind of like a dirty blonde that's underneath there. And it's very, very, very foppish, to say the least.
I think there's a really fancy nest under his hat.
If you look hard enough, imagine him to be a frog. That's what I always do. Just looks like a slimy little frog.
Sounds like a bit of an ass.
Dan is just...
Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't agree. We all know we do.
Shut up!
Fine. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Hello. It is a pleasure to see you again as well, Miss. He snaps his fingers. One of his entourage just kind of like bends over, like, Ignia. Yes, it is a pleasure.
We're honored to travel together. Sure,
excellent. Sir, who will be traveling in my cart, Mr. Vulpin? I would love it if Ignia herself would join me.
Oh no, I could not. I could not join you. That I'm not worthy at all.
But you said you really wanted to.
Give me a persuasion check, please, Ignia.
Oh boy.
And give me a deception check, please, Tristana. Okay. Yeah, so so he says,
No. This is not possible. My life on this journey will not feel complete if you are not with me. Please, join me.
In that case,
We have some fine champagne.
Can I recommend Tristana to join us? I'm sure she's
Why,
new, and I would
but,
love to introduce
no,
you to you.
Who is this?
and he kind of snaps his fingers like,
Come here.
I look
I
like
just
I've
give
just
her, like-
smelled a turd when he clicks his fingers at me.
the Dan gives you like a kick in the butt. Like he just straight up like kicks you in the butt. It's gentle, but it's kind of like a, you know.
I have to. I look back to the others pleadingly.
No.
I need to take her measurements and make a dress for her.
Yes. I'm getting a dress made.
Sure, she already did
Give
that.
me a
And-
persuasion check, please, Selena. Okay. All right. So Lord Deswell kind of says,
Oh, excellent. What kind of dress do you have planned for these lovely ladies?
Well,
I'm not.
And who are you? Come.
and he motions towards you.
hello. My name's Selena, and this is my friend Salem. And
Who is your friend?
Salem? Where's Salem?
And I
Give me-
just want to like contact him in my brain to like find him.
Oh yeah, he's still in your hood. You gave him instructions not to come out in the presence of other people.
I feel like this is like a good time to show him though. Like I'm always willing to like show off Salem when people are interested. But God, now I'm torn. No, I feel like Selena would bring him out anyways.
Okay.
this is my friend Salem. He
kind of like
he's a very gentle boy.
and he just like leaps back screaming. He just jumps back. He's like kicking up dust as he leaps back from the road, and he falls back like off of his step ladder. His entourage tries to like catch him, and
They fell.
And they do. Okay. They sort of catch him as he like almost touches the ground. What is this horrible creature?
Oh, he's an imp, but he's actually quite a nice one.
So when he falls off, you can see his like hat about to fall off, and one of the entourage just like palms his head and like keeps it on.
Is it a little bit like skewed?
Oh yeah, it's skewed. It's skewed. It's like it's angled like 15 degrees off now.
Your hat is very nice, and I'm sure we can make you one as an apology for scaring you.
What is happening? I do not understand. Has she brought a cat with her?
Voted in.
I nudge Baragrunden in the knee.
He's just going.
Look, Baragrunden, he likes feathers. He really likes feathers. Like, he's got a big feather. You need to give him a big feather.
Metagaming. You don't know about the feather.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, you don't.
didn't.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, sir. I will keep him hidden, and I am willing to give you a hat, another wonderful hat. almost as wonderful as yours, as an apology.
These are the kinds of people that you bring with you to represent the Iron Foxes, Mr. Vopin?
And he's just already face palming, like he's just.
Dan, pinch me before I do something stupid.
I look over at Salem. I'm just like,
Maybe we should not tell people that you're here as much. I'm sorry.
I do a loud sigh and... Right, I guess I'll ride with you two, and I try and like steer everyone away from the kerfuffle that's happening.
No.
Oh.
So, Dadan gives you Battergrund the most like you have gained respect for Dadan. His pinching skills are top notch. He is leaving a bruise. Like he's got the fist of death. Like it's just this horrible. He's like a shop teacher.
A what?
A wood shop teacher. Do you guys have wood shop?
Oh,
like
no, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, he's like.
Okay, thank you.
And he says, "Shut up." Barely stifling the shut up himself. There's two veins that have now popped out on Dadan's forehead. And Mr. Vulpan says, Lord Deswell, surely the company of Ignia, myself and Dadan, as well as Tristana here, will be more than enough to keep you occupied on this trip. Don't worry about Selena's friend. That's a part of what makes her her. And she's a valued member of the Iron Foxes, I assure you. And he just kind of like looks at you like, please don't fuck this up. You know? You're muted.
oh, sorry. I stuffed Salem back into my my bag, and I just look at him, and I'm just like,
I'm very sorry for scaring you, sir.
You hear like a really like,
Shabba-doo.
Salem is also very sorry.
he just kind of fixes his doublet, like adjusts his hat, and you see the wig move a little bit, like as he does, and he says,
If we can please proceed. We have our caravan ready.
and the caravan is made up of a total of 4 carriages. Okay, there's 4 carriages. There's a few pack mules. We'll say 2 pack mules, and the carriages are pulled by 2 horses each. The carriages themselves are probably enough to hold maybe 6 people, normal-sized people.
Everyone stays back.
Yeah, and yeah, so probably about 6 people. And you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys have 12 people from the guild that are attending. So you guys have a decent amount of room here. You don't have to cram yourselves into these carts. There's also Daswell's entourage that are going to be taking up 1 cart. They're going to be taking 1 carriage. Does anyone want to purchase a horse or something along those lines?
I guess I'm already screwed with where I'm going with.
I'd like to look at the horses.
But I'd like to have a horse so I don't have to do it.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That was
Very metallic, crashy warhorse.
I don't know, I just did my things with, okay.
Okay, let's see what's available here. Okay, so there are 2 mules available. There are 3 draft horses available. There are 2 riding horses available, and there's 1 war horse available.
What do they look like?
Horses?
So the mules are. Give me a nature check or an animal handling check. I think either one would be appropriate. Are you trying to assess their value, or you just want a beautiful one?
I just want a beautiful one.
Okay. Okay. They look like they're decent animals overall. They look like they're in good health. The stable master has kept them pretty well maintained. The riding horses are both a sort of brown kind of color. One has a sort of mottled snout to it. It's got like some white that comes down along the snout and the jaw, and the I guess on its hindquarters it's got some white spots. I don't really know horses, so I don't know what kind of horse it is. But yeah, it's and the other one's like a solid kind of brown color. The riding horses. There's a white one that has sort of gray spots to it. There is a black one, and there is the war horse is kind of a destrier kind of looking horse. That's the only kind of horse that I know. And it's got like it's a big burly kind of horse. It's got a like the hair that's kind of like on the hooves, that kind of look.
That black riding horse. How much is that one?
So you walk over to the stable master. You can see that there's like there's two stable hands that are kind of walking around, kind of brushing the horses and whatnot. There's an older looking woman. She's got very much like a sort of like tomboyish kind of look to her. You know what I mean? She looks like she's got a rugged look about her. She's got her clothing looks like she rides a lot, and she has a very, very blue collar kind of appearance. She has that kind of horse smell about her, and she's got a sort of dirty blonde kind of hair, tanned skin, pulled into a ponytail. She's got short sleeves on her shirt. It's hot. It's hot as fuck here. And you walk over to her, and she says,
Hello, what can I do for you?
Oh, I was looking for a horse that can carry this stuff.
And I hold up the pink bag.
But that also is really pretty, and I saw that black one, and it looks really nice. So how much is that one?
Ah, that is Nightfang. Nightfang.
And she kind of like gives you an eye.
Have you ever rode a horse before?
Oh yes. In my dreams a lot. And a little bit as a kid.
Has Selena walked over to the stable bit where you would get a horse from? Do I know that she's going to buy a horse?
Give me an insight check. Yes.
I'd just like to sort of...
The goal there was
step.
8.
Oh, okay. I like to double step and catch up with her. And when she's... she won't know I'm there, hopefully. Can she not know I'm there?
Give me a stealth check.
Trying to make a perception check.
No, this is passive. I'm guessing you can't beat a 26.
Do I beat your
No.
passive?
Yeah.
Yeah, by a lot.
When she says the black horse, I want to give it like the once over. Is it a decent horse? I know a bit about horses.
Sure,
so.
give me either a nature check or an animal handling check.
I'd rather give an animal handling.
I think all the horses look pretty healthy. Without giving like a thorough inspection, you're not entirely sure. But the place seems pretty good. I mean, it seems like a decent stable.
I just don't want her to buy a lemon, you know?
You're just giving it the sort of Tristana side eye, you know, so it's not necessarily the thorough inspection that a proper rider would give.
It doesn't look like somebody's cracked some eggs in the radiator kind of deal. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know horses, I know cars, all right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I had no idea what you were saying. Like lemons and eggs.
So sometimes when you go to buy a car, the car dealership will make it look like the car's okay and running fine.
They give it a new
tricks
coat.
that they'll use.
Yeah, they'll give it like a nice proper wash and wax. But
I don't want you to know I'm there, but I'm just making sure you don't buy a shitty horse.
Okay, that's fair.
I know horses don't have radiators. God damn it, Chad.
okay.
The metaphorical radiator of said horse.
In reality, I've ridden horses a little bit with the guild because we travel, but I've never had my own horse, and I've always wanted my own horse, and I think I might need one at this point.
I would say I would know how to ride a horse a little bit, at least like the road.
She says,
well, let's have you take a look at Nightfang then. See if Nightfang takes a liking to you.
Okay.
And I want to like trot over to Nightfang and kind of like I want to fish around in my pocket and see if I have any like bits of
snacks.
Yeah, leaves, probably leaves.
Okay. Just roll me a d20.
Okay. D20. Oops, sorry.
Oh wow!
Straight up apple.
Yeah, you got some apples in there. You've got some apples in there.
Dope.
Absolutely.
Take out a really nice,
It's a
shiny
juicy
apple.
Juicy looking a gala apple. That you pull out of there.
All right, and I take it out and I look at it and it's like,
hello.
Just kind of. You get the stable hands kind of like take the reins over and pull them over to the end of the stall, kind of leaning over the edge.
Hi, I'm Selena, and I hope we can be friends. I have an apple for you. And I just want to like gently put the apple out in front of.
Sure. Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second.
One more.
I'll just roll another one there.
Oh God.
Jeez. Get a finger bitten off.
Yeah. So like you kind of bring the apple up to Nightfang. He just kind of. It just kind of like grabs the apple, like you see like that horse eye, like that too big horse eye,
crazy
like
horse eye.
You know, like when they see something that they want and they just, and then the teeth just extend from the mouth. Horses are fucking terrifying, and the teeth.
I almost had my head bitten off, and my nail was bitten off by a horse.
A horse will stab you. They don't give a fuck.
the teeth just like extend like a fucking alien, like a xenomorph, like you know, from the
Selena
lips.
thinks that this is the most beautiful animal she's ever seen. Like,
you can see the stable hand like trying to pull Nightfang back so like he doesn't rip your fucking hand off. And the stable lady just she says, "Whoa.
Easy, Nightfang, easy.
She kind of like looks you up and down and says,
I don't know, dear. He doesn't seem to like you very much.
Really? What if I gave him some leaves, or I don't know?
Have you ever picked out a horse before?
Well, no, but really like unicorns, and I want to make my patron happy, and
I
pick
have
one
no
that-
idea what you're talking about.
Well, I mean,
Let me rephrase. I don't really mind what you're talking about, but you want to pick an animal that has a connection with you. And I'm sorry, I don't think Nightfang has a connection with you.
okay.
Might take
Could-
some time. Eventually, maybe he can be brought around, but I don't think it would be a wise idea to sell you a horse right now if you plan on riding him right away. I don't think that you could ride him very well.
Could I try this gray one then?
Ah, looks like you want to take a ride on Wooly.
Woolly?
Wooly.
Oh, Woolly. Bolly?
Wooly.
Woolly. Oh, okay. I think I have some more leaves I can give him.
They don't need leaves, dear. Do you have any more apples?
You like open up your bag. It's just apples all on the bottom.
Yeah. My unicorns need to eat, so I do have some apples, and I pull one out. like
The
a green
hilarious
one.
part is, I think you actually do spend part of your day. Maybe this is how you wake up in the morning, but it's about you like feeding the unicorns, and you just overfill yourself on apples. Like you personally, you eat them to make it look like the unicorns are eating them, and you're probably so sick of apples, like, but you use your mental fortitude to push on because you know that's what the unicorns want.
Seems about right. Yep. So I'll take another apple out of the bag, and I'll give it over to Wooly, and I'll be like,
Well, he wasn't. This other one, your friend, wasn't very as nice, but maybe you'll like this one.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage. You know that there's a toggle at the top of your character sheet that you can push, right?
But like I'm in the thing, like I know. I'm doing this for simplicity. For me.
I made it purposefully so that you can just click one button and then do it. Okay.
Even on the pop out though, does it work on the pop out? Really?
Yeah.
Here.
It's right at the top.
It's above your initiative and your armor class.
Right at
and
the
stuff.
top. Advantage,
Okay.
normal, disadvantage.
I see it. All right.
All right.
All right, we're good.
15.
Ugh.
Oh, man. So, Wooly just kind of hastily grabs the apple from your hand. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it.
Okay, you just barely get your fingers out of the way in time as this almost rabid-looking animal devastates this apple from your hand.
Okay, maybe not this one. What about the big one over there?
There's a warhorse, a destrier. The destrier is like, it's thick with like 3 C's. It's yeah.
Wow. Can I see a horse more suited to someone like?
Give me an animal handling check.
No.
Sure, the destrier will work. No problem.
And she's walking towards that anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the destrier is like if Arnold Schwarzenegger was a horse.
I love him.
He's brown. He's got like black hair. The hair starts at the knee and like makes its way down across the hooves. This is a big horse. It's a big friggin' horse. Battergrunt could ride this horse easy. And you, this little 4-foot tiefling, just the climb is an effort. But sure, you walk over to this thing, and she says, the stable woman's kind of like looking at you. Are you sure?
Oh yes. I think this one will do great. I even have more apples for him.
Just be careful of your fingers. You don't understand horses. Well, Just try not to lose any fingers, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I want to cast Mage Hand and just have the apple slightly held just above my hand.
Okay,
I
so
have
just a
bit
little
more
bit. It's
room.
just it's just
it
a
still
buffer
looks
zone.
like I'm holding it,
Yeah,
like to a horse, but
a buffer zone.
yeah.
Okay. So she says, "This is Holder.
Holder.
Hulder.
Holder. Okay. Holder, your other buddies over there were not so nice to me. But I think we can become best friends and maybe you can meet my patron one day. I think she would really like you. Here, I'll give you my best apple."
Okay. Animal handling check with advantage.
I got it this time. Fuck. Come on.
The
This
horse.
is so disheartening. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Why do all the horses
well, let's see.
hate
Let's
me?
see. Let's see.
You are a
maybe,
tiefling.
Maybe you get lucky. So, Holder just kind of walks over. Hair's kind of all floofy. Walks over. And just like takes the apple and like bites it, grabs the fucking thing in its teeth, just like throws it up and like eats it in one bite. There's like some juices that come down from his mouth.
That was really well done.
And the stable woman, there's like both stable hands are on like either side of Holder, like with the reins, like getting ready, like just in case. And she says,
Now, don't be disheartened if Holder doesn't take a liking to you. He doesn't really like many.
and he's kind of like, he's putting his snout down close by your hands.
Oh, I want to pet his snout very gently.
It's like this little tiny hand, and the snout is huge. It's like 3 hands wide. You know, like you just like just gently putting your hand on there, and he makes like a, and he just starts to like nudge your hand.
I just start crying. You're so beautiful.
It looks like the Hulk. It's a horse that's the Hulk.
I just want to hug its nose and just be like, I think you're gonna be so great. And it's like ugly crying, just full on like snot and tears. Just so happy that this one accepted me.
This is Holder, by the way. I just pasted it in chat.
Okay.
Fucking
Oh
horse.
my god. Dude. That's a fucking horse.
What a beast.
It's eating a man.
Yeah, those are the legs sticking out from somebody. Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at the butt on that thing.
Battleground could ride that horse.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, you see like she looks shocked, like they're like looking at each other like,
Wow, I didn't expect Holder to like anyone like that. Well, he's taken a bit of a liking to you.
How much for him?
Holder is one of our war horses, dearie. He would run 450 gold pieces.
I'll take him.
just like throwing money at her.
I just take out just throw it. Yeah.
So yeah, she gets you a saddle, and everybody else is kind of getting ready in their various carriages and whatnot. So yeah, Tristana and Ignia, you guys are getting in with Lord Deswell, Mr. Volpan, And
Yeah, I just like appear alongside Ignia.
You said
This is literally
450,
good to
right?
be- Yeah.
You said 450 gold?
450 gold pieces, yes.
Okay, I am dirt poor now. All right.
But I was worth it because you got that thick
My
horse.
baby. Oh, the thickest horse.
Yeah, you get the Holder saddled up. They get him saddled up. They get him ready to ride. And they tell you basically like the different kinds of foods that Holder likes. Obviously, he loves apples big time. Also loves a lot of different kinds of vegetables and stuff. He's like a giant version of you.
Yes. Let me write this down. Veggies plus apples.
Yeah, loves carrots. And he loves peanut butter.
Oh,
Loves peanut butter.
Oh.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Oh.
Yeah, so she gives you like a little grooming kit, like a brush and stuff, and
Like a brush this big.
yeah, the brush is huge. Ignia and Tristana, you guys go with Lord Deswell, Volpan, and Dedan in the gilded carriage.
This is gonna be the fun carriage. I can feel it. Oh.
How are the rest of you sort of gathering yourselves?
I'm probably just hopping into whatever space is available with Buster.
Okay.
And giving Buster very clear instructions on what he should and shouldn't do.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fit in Kelvin's carriage.
Okay. Like if I see you coming in, I go, maybe I'll walk. Stretch my legs a little bit.
Yeah, so Battergrun starts to climb into the carriage, and that's where we're going to take our next break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for more of Tablestory, the Seventh Eon, episode number 3 of season 2, back in just a little bit. Hang tight.
I had a feeling we're nowhere near to getting to this ball.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory, the Seventh Eon, Season 2, Episode 3. Mac, please, God, your keyboard.
Sorry. 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 Sorry.
All right. So everybody's got their stuff together to head out on the trip. Kelvin, you and Battergrund in the same carriage. And oddly enough, I don't think anybody else joins you in that carriage.
Is there even space? I mean, yeah.
It's a combination orange smell plus the size of Battergrund, and I think the general knowledge that whatever happens in that carriage can't be good for anybody. Actually, let me see. I think somebody's gonna have to join you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're good. Okay. Yeah. So the carriage.
Dan doesn't want to come in here. You sure?
Oh no, Dedan is with Dedan is with Ignia, Tristana, Lord Deswell, and Mr. Volpan.
The fun carriage.
The fun guy was about to say.
It's gonna be so much fun for you.
So the order of the carriages. Do you guys want to be in the very front?
Yes.
Okay. So you three are in the very front. In the next carriage are the other members of the guild, the trainees and the officers. And by the way, everybody here can give me a history check. Let's see if you know the officers.
Not really
Wow.
sure why that did that. Like,
Impressive.
There you go.
Okay, so Kelvin, Battergrund, and Selena, you have met the officers before. Kelvin, you've met all these trainees before as well. So basically, you know all the people that are going. There's Urfi. She's a dragonborn woman. Technically her class is a fighter. She's kind of a badass kind of fighter. Like she's a sword and shield kind of lady. And she's a very capable fighter. You might have seen her fight before in general. But she's earned her stripes basically as a member of the guild. She's been part of the guild for a long time. Vongrum is a dwarf male. He is a monk. And he studied in we're gonna say probably in, let me check here. He studied in probably in Radun. And he's very much like a very straightforward kind of monk type person. He's generally pretty quiet, especially for a dwarf. And he doesn't really have like a big family from Lesia. He does have his origins come from Lesia, but it's back a bit. His family probably moved to Falarin a few generations ago. But they're not like any kind of a noble clan or anything in Lesia. They're just very much like a smaller clan, which is probably why they moved. They just didn't want to deal with all the horse shit politics and everything. The trainees, as you met before, were Drillby. He's the halfling male trainee. He's very weak. Then there's Yin Jian. He's an elf male. He's supposed to be a scout kind of person. Like he's gone on 2 missions that you know about, and both have ended poorly. and they've been really basic kind of missions. You can tell that he has very little skill, and he's an elf, which is just, it's like another kind of nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? And then there's a half-elf, a woman by the name of Caravan. She is... The way that Tristana plays aloof, she kind of plays bored. Like, she doesn't want to... She's the laziest person that you have met in the guild, for certain. She tries to get out of every single mission that she does. And as far as you know, you're not quite sure why she even joined a guild. Like, it's... You have no idea why she would spend the time to do this.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to say that Battergrund, you and Selena, you've met the other officers. You met Urfi and Vongrim. You don't really know the trainees at all.
Well, I met them earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, besides Drillby, who's kind of the only one that you really talked to. The others, so all of them are piled into the second carriage. The third carriage is going to be the gilded carriage, the Lord Deathswell carriage, and his entourage is taking the last carriage in the line. And you guys are setting out on your way.
Where am I with my horse?
That's up to you. Where would you like to be with your horse?
I'd kind of like to be riding beside wherever Battergrund is in, like, the line.
Okay, so in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. It's deliberate. I gotta take his measurement. I gotta make sure the dress is good.
I love how you set up this task for yourself, and you completely just forgot it immediately when you had to buy a horse. It was just like, oh my god, it's a horse!
Pretty much.
Sure. Okay. So you guys are setting out from St. Helena to Belmare. And it's a long trip. This is a long trip. This is a brisk pace with probably a minimum of stops, which will be hard on the animals. Every break, essentially every rest area has to be really methodically kind of planned out and such. So the horses, each carriage is being driven. There's a person, somebody riding in the front, in the driver's seat for each carriage, and the lead wagon, which is your wagon, Battergrund, Kelvin, and Buster. You guys, the driver's been given like instructions on like where to stop along the way, and where some good spots are. To try and get you guys to stop. And you guys set off on the journey. Now, St. Helena is very sort of tropical in climate. It's very hot, but it's generally pretty breezy. You guys will be heading northwest along the Roseway Road, and through sort of the jungle a bit as you make your way to the northwest, which is kind of bringing up a bit of flashbacks for you, Kelvin, and Ignia, for sure. You've recently returned from a trip through there, and probably not super fond of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, super, super fun. And you guys are off. Begin to make your journey. Ignia, you and Tristana are kind of sit in this very fancy carriage. You've been given
window seat.
Sure. I mean, that's Ignia. Did you try to stop her from taking the window seat?
No, I'm not at all. She can have it.
Sure. Lord Deathswell sits right next to you, Tristana. And he pats the other side of his chair, Ignia.
Oh.
And he says, Come, have a seat. Please, Ignia.
I'm giving Ignia the dagger eyes for making me come here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm glad that you're here, Tristana. Isn't it nice to do a little bit of bonding?
Yes, it's magical.
Vulpan and Dedan step in last, and Lord Deswell is kind of clapping his hands together, and he says,
This will be very fun. I am looking forward to this. Please, would you like some champagne?
Yes, a drink would be good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mr. Verpan, if you could inside of this cabinet right there.
right, okay. And he takes out some champagne. There's like it's impressive that there's actually ice in there, which is not common. That's a weird thing. And he
I'm not showing it, but I'm kind of enjoying the opulence. I think it's a bit over the top, but it's quite comfortable, right?
it's very colorful in here. There's
then I not enjoy it.
It's very purple in here, and it's got gold embroidery, and his crest is everywhere. His family crest. He manages to say, like Deswell in big letters on the inside of the cart and everything. It's very opulent and ostentatious for sure. And
why is your name so big on the carving?
Because my name is big.
Can I silently insinuate that's the only thing that's big?
I mean, you just give him...
No, he's a tiny man. He's a tiny man. I'm saying he's got short... I didn't mention the penis, okay?
You just did. You just mentioned the penis.
You just mentioned the penis.
God damn it.
Can we stop saying penis?
Penis?
So, he's just kind of like looking at you and gesturing, and he floofs his feather.
Ah, yes, I see that.
Isn't this a fun carriage? Right, Tristana?
Yes.
It's like...
So, tell me about yourselves. Tristana, when did you join the guild?
After my entire family died in a fire. That's not true, by the way. I should point that out.
Give me a deception check.
Advantage because I'm all in black.
17. Okay. He says, he puts a hand on your hand. I assume you have your hands in your lap or something. And he just puts a hand on your hand, and he says,
My word, that is horrible.
And he says,
Please don't touch me.
And he says,
Please, fill up the glass, Mr. Verpan.
Please move your hand.
More champagne.
Please move your hand right now.
That is good, that is good.
and he just kind of pats your hand.
Tristana, this is horrible news. When did this happen?
Please
You just
move your hand.
see, like,
right
Ignia
now.
have a lot of trouble holding her laugh and, like...
And he goes to he takes his hand off and just tries to reach for the champagne. I love champagne. And he just kind of drinks it. And
The bubbles tickle my nose.
When he sits back, I've inched over a little bit up against the wall of the carriage. I'm sitting on my hands.
And he says,
So, is this what inspired you to join the Iron Foxes?
I just want to bring the pain inside of me outside to everyone else.
I think she means... She'll like to make people suffer. I think that's her, fetish.
That is so morbid. but please tell me more about your fetishes.
Yes, Tristan, I'd love to hear more about your fetishes.
Can I give damage to someone by staring at them so hard?
You
I don't think so.
You give Ignia the death stare.
No.
Oh, come on, Tristana. We're in a good company. Why don't you share
Well, I've
some
often dreamt
information?
about wrapping my hands around someone's neck and squeezing.
That is so dirty.
I do not break eye contact with Ignia when I say that.
I just go close to Tristana and I whisper in her ear, and now imagine that he's a frog.
I love how much Zagoticus hates. Absolutely hates Lord Deswell. It's the best.
Didn't we actually? What did we actually do to him anymore? I know that he was drunk, but
The very first quest that you guys did was for Lord Deswell. You got rid of
I
the dragon
remember all
eel.
that, and we went to his house, blah blah blah. But I thought for some reason, I want to turn him into a frog or something like that.
I have no idea. I don't keep your frog notes.
I think it is.
Do you not? I have a special folder for folder.
I do remember that I think it was
frog.
drunk, and that's why I wanted to turn him into a frog.
Yeah, he was drunk. He got really sloshed.
I was drunk.
He got drunk at the very...
Yeah, but Ignia was also very smashed
Yeah.
that day.
So,
My fetishes aren't very interesting. Ignia, what about you? You like shorter men, don't you?
No, I don't.
Lord Deswell just kind of straightens his posture a bit, you know.
What did you do all day at the bathhouse?
Well, you know, the usual when you go to a bathhouse, relax.
Which bathhouse did you go to?
What was the name again of the bathhouse?
It's called Hansy Time.
No, it's Eris Bath and Body Works.
Oh yeah, Eris Bath and Body Works.
I love Eris Bath and Body Works. It is my favorite place in all of St. Helena.
Yes, we had Kelvin had a specific bath with he had a good time with Hans.
Which one is Kelvin? And he just kind of looks towards Mr. Vulpen and Dadan. Dadan is trying to stay as straight and rigid as possible. You know, he's just... It looks like he's straining, like he's spending every muscle that he has to try and maintain the perfect posture. Vulpen is kind of... He's got like one leg up on the bench, you know. He's kind of like looking through the window. What? Oh, Kelvin. Yeah, you met Kelvin before. He smelled like oranges.
Oh my god, why did he smell of so many fucking oranges?
I've never met that person before.
Oh, I think you did. He for your benefit, Lord Daswell, he went ahead and Ignia got him cleaned up for you, just specifically for you.
Yes, for you.
Wait, is he the class one that came to my house before?
I think so. I think he's been there before. Yes.
Oh, I do not like that one. He smells of things very...
Oranges mostly.
But he smells really nice now. He is cleaned up well.
We shall see.
Anyways, what are your fetishes? Maybe Tristana could find some common interests.
Oh, this is naughty talk.
And he just kind of...
Oh, yes, it is. We have time.
He kind of like pats your knee.
He says, this is so terrible. Usually I save this kind of gossip for the ball, but I am more than happy to talk about this now.
And he says, my favorite thing. And he just kind of like leans in conspiratorially with you, Ignia. He says, my favorite thing. He's like,
is food. Do you like food when you play?
What did he say? I can't even understand him.
I'm gonna vom.
It says food.
Yeah, food when is what?
When you
play.
When you play.
Oh, when you play. It's not really my thing. What about you, Tristana? I just like food when I'm like eating. Maybe
I like to
something
use my
for
knives.
Tristana. Oh, she likes knives when she plays. That's a good one.
Knives? That seems inappropriate. I think there are a few noble people that prefer such things. A little too violent for my tastes.
Well, some people are soft, aren't they?
Are you implying that I am not hard?
Oh dear Christ, I hope you're not fucking hard. Please
Um,
tell me you're not hard.
so, Lord Deswell, beautiful day today. You can hear Dan like with his vice-like grip on the bench, like the wood is straining. Yeah.
He's put dents in mahogany.
Yeah. And Lord Deswell says,
It is a nice day, a bit too warm for my taste, but hopefully by the time we leave the jungle, everything will be fine in a few days. I'm hoping for some nice weather. I've had it with all of this heat. I look forward to going to BM where it should be much colder.
What is much colder?
give me a history check. Let's see if you've ever been to Brienne before. Yeah, so you've been there before. I'd say Brienne is on the colder end of temperate. It's probably, I'd say like, not quite, maybe like Canada temperatures, you know, something along those lines.
Yeah, but Canada temperatures in what season is a huge difference.
I can't remember. We actually decided this earlier, and I can't remember what time of the year we said it was. I want to say it was spring.
So it's like 20 degrees, 15 degrees, something like that.
You do Celsius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say probably a little colder than that.
10 to 15?
5 to 10.
Like 10, yeah. Maybe colder.
I mean, spring, like if it's like...
Not the middle. I think it was early. I think it was early spring. I can't remember what we decided,
Early
but I want to say it
spring.
was spring.
Our spring times are cold, so.
Yeah. Yeah, in general, Brienne is kind of, you can see it on the map there. I'll pull it up for everybody.
But that's kind of weird, though. So it's like a week of travel. It's literally lift above where we were, and it's like tropical. And it's
you guys are going to Belmare, and then you're taking it. You're teleporting to Brienne. This is very far.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
No,
this
You can
is
see like the mountains around.
900 miles. 900 miles. That's a trip. Yeah.
I was thinking about Belmare for a second. I was confused.
Yeah. Belmare is much more temperate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I hope we dressed for this occasion then.
Yeah, so it says
I have to say that this whole experience will be very nice to have company with. I was not looking forward to going alone.
begging your pardon, Lord Deswell, but is that why you only just notified us about this invitation to the ball?
Perhaps it was a difficult decision.
But you knew about it a few weeks ago, yes?
Yes. I was contacted 3 weeks ago by the Queen with your invitation.
So do you know of any other important guests that are going to be there?
3 weeks ago?
Yes. I was contacted by the Queen 3 weeks ago.
We only just found out today. We had 5 hours to get ready.
And what is your point?
Well, if you knew 3 weeks ago, maybe a day before rather than 5 hours.
we're fine, Lord Deswell. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Everyone was able to get their things together, and we were happy to join you. After all, the Iron Foxes are one of the most prominent guilds in all of Falarin, and we're always happy to help. And he just gives you that kind of a face, Tristana. He gives it.
I blow some hair over my face and just sink into my hood a bit.
Okay.
And there's huffing. There's huffing there. There's definite huffing.
Yeah. For those that have encountered Lord Deswell before, this is a very typical kind of thing that he would
Reaction.
do. Yeah, this is a very, like, but I am going, this is all that matters, kind of position.
Anyhow,
so he says,
does anyone else want to hear Wack act out a scene between Hans and Deswell?
Oh, yes.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh my god.
The Swell visiting the Body Works, going to Hans his monthly checkup.
Monthly? Try weekly.
Okay, weekly then.
Okay, so he says,
Well, I know that there will be noble houses from each of the cities in Falarin that will be in attendance. I believe.
I figured it actually out. He is Hans' secret, like Hans is his secret lover, but like they can't know. Has to be it.
But I believe there will also be some people joining us from all over. I believe we have some families coming from Radun, as well as Gavrak.
And who do you think would be important to speak to? I mean, we want to leave a good impression.
Of course, any of the noble houses will be important, but I would say that you will have some competition with the noble family of Backcomb from Rock.
The what? I mean, this is all I could write down as I don't understand what you pronounce, but it's probably not even close.
So I'm not gonna actually say it because you just you can't. He's hard to understand. Yeah. He's just hard to understand.
But they're another family. You say competition?
Mr. Vulpan says he just kind of like does a shake of the head like this.
The other guilds? I mean, we could talk about it, right?
What are you saying, my dear? I cannot hear you.
Speak
up.
I said that I'm looking very forward to the ball. What are you wearing?
I have many pieces of clothing that we have brought. Did you not see the top?
You owe me.
So he says, did you not see the top of the carriage? And
oh yes.
There were all these like it was the Selena equivalent of bags on top of the carriage.
What color?
Even more bags than
yes.
Selena.
Yes, even more.
Also big.
No, he's got a match. He's got a brand. It's all like purple and gold kind of stuff. Yeah, purple, gold, and white.
Brand.
I will call it Ryer Pepel.
That should be the way that you talk for a week.
That was really good.
If chat makes you should have a sub goal for your channel. So if you hit 500
to talk like a moron for
1 week, like in real life too. That would be excellent.
I would pay to see that.
Are we going to go shopping?
I would actually pay. I would.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pay for that.
So, he says, I have found a very nice doublet that I have had tailor-made for me. Do you know of Ganondorf from More Than It Seems?
Ah, yes, that's where we got clothing for Kelvin.
Oh.
He like
What?
Yes, more as it seems. The elf, right?
And now he just straight up looks horrified.
What are you saying?
I said that he got clothing there. Obviously, we know that it's the best shop in our city. You okay, this well?
I shopped at the same store as your friend Kelvin.
What is wrong with that? He aspires just to be simply a little bit more.
Give me
like
the
you.
bottle.
And Mr. Vulpan's like, you can see he was like pouring up. He takes the champagne. He takes the whole bottle. He starts drinking this,
I'm
chugging the
definitely
champagne.
smiling under my hair and hood. Definite 100%. There's probably a little bit of shaking, and you can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, not too much. Otherwise, you're gonna get drunk.
He just kind of like he puts like a hand in your face, like he's just drinking so hard. And I think we get the camera to switch to the other caravan, to the other carriage, with Kelvin, Battergrund, and Selena by the side. I think that Buster is probably like a little too close to Kelvin too. Like he's like there's a lot of room in the carriage.
Do
Even
the
the
face, Scotus.
He's like right next to me. We're like shoulder to shoulder to this question. I don't mind.
he's actually kind of cool, right? Like because he's made of clay. So he's not. It's not like a lot of a lot of heat generated from him. So it's pleasantly cool in this hot environment. So yeah, you guys are in the carriage. I think maybe Battergrund on one side and Buster and Kelvin on the other side. Selena, you're outside the window. On Heldren. Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
Hey!
Finally! Oh.
So
Good.
it's like second nature to you as you get on Heldren. Seemingly he moves wherever you ask him to move. It's like a bonding between woman and horse. It's wonderful.
I love him. I love him.
She's
so
like
I'm still crying. Like I'm just petting him. I'm just like, you're.
Are you
so
like even considering how you're gonna tailor some clothes?
So you're like riding right by the side. You have the reins in one hand. You've got the brush in the other hand, and you're just like, while you're riding, you're brushing his mane.
Who's crying? You hear that?
Yeah, it's just Elena.
I'm like sprawled out backwards, like so my legs are up where I'd be sitting, and I'm like lying down, probably head to the floor, bored.
At this point, I've started braiding the mane, like putting little like pieces of glittery string that I happen to have on me, just like weaving them in there. You're so beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And it's just, if you guys see this from the side, Selena's 4 feet tall. Like, she's tiny. She looks like a child tiefling. And the horse, and I was informed this by Mr. Trilby, was actually a Shire horse. So it's just fucking massive. You could barely get your legs around Heldren with the saddle on there. Like, it's just, your feet are just kind of dangling. Like, they had to pull the stirrups all the way up, like maximum.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just having a grand old time.
I'm so bored.
Well, it's only been about half an hour.
Oh,
We've got another week. Did you bring your toys?
oh no. It's only been a half an hour. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna lose my mind in here, Kelvin.
I told you to bring your toys. Did you bring them?
I brought... Oh, okay. You're right. I need to make something. Kelvin, what you want me to make for you?
For me, what do you think would be good for me? You're the expert in.
No, you tell me. I asked first.
Okay. Well.
All right, I'll make you a rock. Okay, sounds good.
There we go. Perfect.
I'm gonna start making a big old stalactite.
Wait, did you say a rock?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you, like, yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of show my neck and bring my symbol of my god, and it's a stalactite.
I'm gonna make you one of these so that that Scorius can bless you too. He doesn't normally care about people. Definitely doesn't care about the wolves. But maybe he'll give you good luck because he likes me.
Well, what about if you do a little hammer? Then that's for Moradin, and Moradin likes dwarves a whole lot. He made us.
Yeah. Righto, I'll make both.
Perfect. That'll keep you busy for. Take your time. Make sure you do it right. You don't want to offend
Scorius Stonebones.
Right, exactly, Scorius. You don't want to offend them by rushing it.
Yeah. What does he want?
I turn to Buster and just pretend like I speak to him in Dwarvish, but I just say something like, "Buster, listen, this guy's he's very special. Okay, so you smile at him and nod. And also, while we're chatting, if anything goes wrong, I need you to go into Big Boy and protect the fancy cart. Okay? Good boy. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. Well, he said he would absolutely love it if you made him a nice ring to wear. See, look, hands are bare, doesn't have a ring.
Oh, okay. What's the ring for?
Well, I get real close up to you. It's like, well, I've told him it's going to be a magic ring that'll make him big and strong like you. So, maybe look at a little fancy.
I can't make a magic ring right now.
Yeah. You don't have to make it magic. We just pretend it is. 'Cause he's already big and strong when he goes to Big Boy, you know.
But Kelvin, that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
You told him I'm gonna make him a magic ring and I can't make him a magic ring. That's a lie. Oh no, what have you done? Oh no! Oh, he was my friend! I'm sorry! I can't make you a magic ring! Will you ever forgive me?
You're just like shaking Buster, like
Please, I'm sorry!
Buster is just like
Yeah, there we go. See, he forgives you. It's okay. Just a normal ring then, and we'll see about making it magic later.
Yeah,
I think you probably shake Buster and like his head just like pops off and just like falls into Kelvin's lap.
Not again. I was sure that I did that properly this time. I'm like, what? I'm holding his head.
No, what have I done?
No, it's fine.
Buster's looking around. Buster's still like looking around like.
I'm guessing I probably hear his scream.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Okay. I wanna look into the carriage and just knock on the window.
There's like two. I think this is very much a plain carriage, and there's probably just like two small curtains that are just kind of hanging down. But there's air that's coming through. I'm assuming they open them to get air.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's okay.
No! What have I done to him, Kelvin? Oh no!
Battergun, you're scaring my horse.
Oh,
Shh. You don't want to scare the horse. Like,
You're scaring Holder.
smooth around the neck.
It's okay. It's okay. What's wrong?
Buster starts to like move his neck again and just kind of do this.
Are we good?
Oh.
I high five him. There we go.
I forgot. I almost forgot he was made out of the clay.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, Selena. I didn't mean to scare the pony.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna start sewing now, though. Do you have my bag in there? I need to get the fabrics and
Do you really think you can sew on a horse?
Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely.
You've strapped the bags, I think, to Heldren.
All of my bags?
Yeah. He can carry.
Never mind then.
He can carry a lot of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna start sewing in Bettergrund. If you, once it's done, if you can try it on and make sure it's okay, and then I can make fixes and stuff. And there's room in the carriage to do that, right?
Yeah. How do you know it's gonna fit over my armor?
Well, I got your measurements.
Oh, okay.
And you're not wearing your armor to the ball.
You did? Well, I believe you. I'm sure you did. I was probably busy doing something else. So Lena, I'm gonna craft them something out of this metal. But I don't have much left, so I'm making a small hammer, and I'm making a ring, and I'm making a symbol to my god for Kelvin. But what do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah.
You're gonna make me something?
Well, yeah. I need something to do. I'm gonna lose my mind. Kelvin won't play games with me. I could already tell.
Can you make something for Holder?
What does he want?
I
Can
think.
you speak to the horse?
Well, we have a good connection, but I think Holder is he just needs one little accessory to make him perfect.
Oh, what's that?
I need you to make a really pretty horn, like a unicorn horn, with leather straps to go around his face.
Well, I'm not the greatest with the leather, but I'm sure you can fasten it. But I'm gonna make you the greatest unicorn horn ever, except for real unicorn horns. But this one is gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. He's gonna love it too.
Okay, just don't make it too big because he's a big boy, but he can't carry that much metal on his face. Okay, you gotta make it light.
Oh, this is just sheet metal. Don't worry. It's nothing crazy.
Okay, that would be lovely. Do you think that'd be nice, Alder? I just pat him on the name.
I'm crafting stuff for my friends, and I just sing as I say.
I'll give you some space to work here. We'll go for a walk, Buster. How about that?
No, you can. Why would you leave? There's so much space in here.
Yeah, but when I'm working as a master at my craft, I would like as much space as possible.
Oh, well, I don't need that. I'm used to doing this with people around. It's okay.
Of course you do. What's not a problem. We'll head out and we'll walk for a little while.
No, actually, I'd really prefer the company.
Yeah, Zips. Buster's a little claustrophobic. Small in here, and he's supposed to be really big, So don't say anything, just be supportive.
Is he okay after the head thing?
Oh, he's okay after that. That's fine.
Are you sure this has nothing to do with the head thing?
Oh no, that happens all the time, actually.
Does he want to leave the carriage because I took his head off?
Oh no, look, and I just grab his head. He doesn't mind, really, right?
And that's a good place for us to take our next break. We'll take our next break right there. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for more Tablestory, the Seventh Eon, in just a little bit. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory's Seventh Eon, Season 2, Episode number 3. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of screaming and things coming from the first wagon. In general, Selena, you've probably had to, like, tell everybody else that everything's okay a few times. There's been various occasions where Kelvin has kind of been fucking with Battergrund, I think. Where he's just popping off various body parts of Busters and tossing them around the carriage.
Giving myself high fives with his arm.
Seems about right.
It's okay, everybody. It's just Kelvin and Buster and a lot of moving parts and some slapping and just don't go in there. It's okay.
Yeah, so you've ridden back to like the second carriage where the officers Urfi and Vongrum have been sort of looking at you kind of sternly, like Urfi says,
Quiet them down. I don't want to hear any more screaming.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll go right back and I'll make sure that they be quiet immediately.
Urfi is a female dragonborn, and she just kind of looks like, as you say, sir, she says, she is a, I think that she's probably got a, I think she's red. I think she's a red dragonborn. So you can see, like, the smoke sort of coming up from her nostrils.
Oh, ma'am, excuse me. Sometimes my eyesight isn't very good. I apologize.
Right away. I want to ride up to the carriage there and just like knock on it again. And just yelling, "Hey! Quiet down in there! They're all scared and they don't like it."
Well, I can't help it.
Okay, well, whatever you're doing, just stop yelling and stop doing all these noises. It's making everybody else uncomfortable. And it's making Halder uncomfortable.
Well, Kelvin, I think you need to be nicer to Buster and stop taking off his limbs.
Buster's like,
although I cannot seem to understand why Buster seems so happy when you do it. Does it feel good for him? Does he enjoy it?
It's hard to explain. Buster and I have a special bond. Anyway.
A bond where when only you take off his pieces, he enjoys it.
Well, I put the pieces together, you know?
Is this like one of the things Tristana said that you and Ignia were doing at the bathhouse?
What did Tristana say about me and Ignia at the bathhouse?
Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
I put my hands on Buster's head. Is that so?
Selena said no, you stop it! Selena said, wait, you can't, that the other carriage is gonna get mad. Don't you do it.
They'll get mad for you screaming. You'll get the blame.
Where she said that because you were in a bathhouse, you guys were probably doing things together that were like sexual in a matter.
Oh, really?
And there were some other details that I don't want to talk about. I'm sorry, Selena. What are you gonna do? He's gonna take off Buster's head.
Oh, was Selena also saying those things?
What? No. Just that it was only me. Darn it. Tristana only told me.
I want a mage hand just over his mouth, over Battergrun's mouth.
okay, give me a, yeah, sure. So your mage hand extends. What does it look like? Is your mage hand, does it have an appearance?
Yeah, it would be like kind of pink like the kind of like pinky purple blue, like just kind of.
Oh yeah, of
waves.
course, the pinky purple blue.
You know, it's like cool colors, like
Pink is a warm color.
pink, like but like
You
the
go to art school.
cooler. You know what?
You know what? I saw those eyes
it's
open.
Like okay, we'll just go with like a bluey purple hand that extends out, and it's kind of like shimmery, like glittery almost, and it just over his mouth.
Right, well,
And then Tristano went like they went to the battle road.
right. Well, I will tell all of you, or well, I'll tell you two, and then you can pass along the line that no, we did not. We are just friends. We are co-worker colleagues who work together and occasionally will do other things together if, you know, but not those kind of things. So that's all there is to it. Now, if you'll excuse me, Buster and I have to go where we are not being talked about. Let's go, Buster. Then I open the carriage door and hop out. Gonna stumble.
Because it is moving, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
it's a moving carriage.
So I gotta actually figure this out. 400 miles. I gotta see how fast you guys are going. 400 miles divided by 7.
Well, it's 500 by road. It's 400 as crow flies.
I love the fact that you're threatening a big half-orc by...
So the horses aren't moving
gonna
too
rip someone
fast.
else's head off.
The horses aren't moving too fast. They're not moving at like a gallop. They're moving at about 6 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour, something like that. Yeah. So they're just they're trotting. It's a gentle pace. I mean, if you guys are gonna work them, for long periods of time, you don't really want to go super fast. And if they're proper horses, you want to kind of break them in a little bit. You don't want to just have them running full speed. That'd be a horrible idea. You sort of jump out. You have to get like a little bit of a jog going to keep up.
Okay. Should be far enough outside the city. You ready, Buster? Big boy, go for it.
Yep. And you just get this.
Hey, help me up.
It like squishes itself down.
There you go. Oh, okay. We'll go at the front. Yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Do I hear this? Like,
I mean, you can
like
see
it's,
it.
like, really loud.
He's behind you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll pass around in front of you.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've rolled 2 1s so far for Holder. And you kind of are able to wrangle him so that he doesn't freak out. But yeah, he definitely has a reaction to Buster.
That is, you scared Holder. You guys are awful. You and Battergrund with his screaming, and you would just sneaking up with your big boy and. Oh, sorry, Battergrund.
Hey, did you do that, Chelena?
Yes.
It wasn't very nice of you.
Well, you were yelling too much, and you needed to not do that. So.
I told you that was his fault, not mine.
Okay, but you yelled.
Wait, That's not what you put that over my mouth. You put that over my mouth when I was going to talk about what you guys were telling me about Kelvin.
Put it back.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, are you going to be riding Buster for the whole time?
Depends on how you're feeling, Buster. Just let me know.
Yep.
That's a very high voice for a very big boy.
Yeah.
It's the exact same voice that he has when he switches to the dwarf, so it's like off-putting.
It's well, see, he started much smaller, and then as he got bigger, I kind of forgot to do the vocal cords, and then I just never got right into it, so we just kept it. It's sweet. People find him charming, isn't that right, boy? I give him a good pat.
Scratching the plating.
Yeah. It's like a turtle. It's a shell, but they can feel it.
Well, you just... I guess Holder's gonna have to get used to him. Are you gonna be okay with that, Holder?
Holder's just riding. I mean, I feel like it's one of those situations where you think he's gonna respond. He doesn't fucking understand you. What the hell, are you crazy?
Okay. That seems like a yes, so he'll be okay. Alright, well... I really should get sewing. I only have a week, and I have 3 dresses I need to make, and this... Oh man, this is gonna be tough. But Salem, can you get my stuff? We're gonna make Tristana's dress first.
What about that?
Okay, all the blacks, and then I need the sewing needle and the sewing kit, which is like the little small one.
What about you?
And he scurries out of your hood and like crawls down to the bags. You've got like these thick straps over the bags. Salem like is looking at them, tilting his head.
Well, yeah, you just move the straps a little bit. I know you're small, but like you're just, listen, you gotta dig your hand in there a little bit. The black ones are on the top. You just gotta get them. I think they're on the top. I don't know, I was stuffing them in very quickly.
He scratches his head. And
if it doesn't work,
starts to go over to the strap, and he puts one foot on the strap, grabs the end, and just the strap comes undone, and the top of the luggage just and stuff just starts.
Oh no.
Mage hand.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You see Salem like doing this, and you're like realizing like, okay, if that just opens, everything's gonna come flying out. So you angle yourself back and just kind of grab the stuff as it's flying out. But Salem like crawls inside and like gets the sewing needle and the thread and stuff, and you got it like in a little baggie. He holds it up.
Good job. Okay, here we go. I'll cut up an apple for you later if you want. I know. They're kind of sick of apples, I know. There might be some meat actually too, but we'll get that later. We don't want another. Yeah. Okay.
And grab the bag and I put it on my lap, kind of like tuck it in between one of the front straps there.
It's like, okay. There's 2 shades of black and 1 kind of frilly black. Okay, grab those. Carefully. Careful.
He goes like into the luggage. And then the camera kind of like pans back to the Deswell carriage. It's an interesting.
You mean the fun carriage?
The party wagon.
The party wagon, where we discuss our likes, dislikes, kinky stuff, fetishes.
Yeah. So Deswell has polished off the whole bottle of the champagne by himself.
In how short of a time?
We'll say you guys have been traveling now for at least an hour and a half. It's been a travel. You guys have been traveling for a bit.
How unbearable is he? Is he passed out drunk yet?
Oh no, he's not passed out drunk. No. He can drink, so he's proper fucked up at this point. But he's not passed out drunk. I think he's being very handsy at this point.
He's getting his hand slapped if he's getting handsy with me.
Yeah,
he's getting his hand slapped.
Yeah, and Vulpan is saying, Lord Deswell, I have a few questions for you.
But I am so busy. I am talking to the beautiful Tristana.
I need to do things. I look over to the two guild masters. I need to do things. And I'm like looking at his hand and looking at them.
And Vulpan is just like nodding, like he's holding up a hand, like, and he gives you like one finger. Lord Deswell, I've always been curious. One thing that I don't think we hear enough about in St. Helena is the story of how your family were amongst some of the first shipwrights. And he gives like a wink to you, Tristana. And Lord Deswell immediately like turns his body.
But of course, the first shipwrights, not one of the first, the very first. We came up with the Caravan. Have you heard of the Caravan? It is a wonderful ship.
How have you made him sound even more drunk? What race is Deswell, by the way?
He's a gnome.
Frog. A gnome frog.
A gnome frog. Classic gnome frog.
And he's just kind of looking at you expectantly, Tristana.
I'm gonna pull out a whetstone and one of my small stabby daggers. You know, the little... I don't know what they're called.
Stilettos?
Yeah, those ones. The thin...
Stilettos just look like a large needle.
Yeah, one of those. And I'm just gonna like start sharpening it. An attempt to be threatening. Not threatening.
Tristana, come on.
Intimidating.
That's not really for the occasion, right? Why would you do that now? We're having a good time.
Gotta make sure they're sharp, Ignia.
I'm sure they're sharp.
Give me an intimidation check with disadvantage, please.
Who?
He's drunk.
Oh.
Tristana. Okay, he just kind of looks at you and he says,
I don't understand why you put this thing in the stone with the rat.
I'm gonna give a confused look over to Ignia, because even Peachy had problems figuring out what he just said.
I just go, I don't know. I mean, it's a frog. I don't know.
Perhaps more champagne.
Yes, open up another bottle.
Lord Deswell, I don't think we've heard enough about the story of the first Caravan and how the Deswell family created it. What was your inspiration? I've always wondered what the inspiration was. And by the way, Dan is like visibly vibrating, like
I just grab a bottle of champagne. I am sure it is champagne that inspired him. Here, would you like some more?
Of course I would like some more. Of course, if you pour it for me. No.
Oh, yes, lean over. And I just want him to lean back, and I just gonna...
I'm going to use my finger. I'm just going to tip the bottle a bit more to help Ignia pour better.
No, Jen, no. Is that that kind of party. Okay.
So yeah, he's got his head in your lap. The wig is totally halfway off. Like the hat is falling off. You just start like pouring. And you just start pouring the champagne into the open mouth of Lord Deswell, who has put his head in your lap at this point. Yeah, you didn't think that one through, did you?
No, I actually made him more okay. Who's sitting next to me? Just Tristana, or is someone else?
Oh no, it's you.
We're surrounding him.
Yeah, it's you on the right, Lord Deswell in the middle, and then Tristana on the left.
It's a little Nomi frog sandwich we got going on.
Oh, I thought it was like a double-sided, like you
It is. Opposite you is Vulpan and Dedan. They're on the other bench.
Oh, I thought that Lord Deswell was sitting next to the... I'm in the middle.
No, you're on the right. Lord Deswell is in the center. He wanted to be flanked by the both of you. He's got his feet up and they're kind of wiggling on your lap now, Tristana.
Can I lift his legs up a bit? I just want all the blood to go to his head while he's just knocking back the champagne. This man needs to be passed out and not awake anymore.
That is something I think me and Tristana are agreeing upon right now. We're gonna get this guy
actually
smashed.
bonding, so this guy will stop.
So yeah, you're just pouring the champagne in his mouth, and he says, "That is enough. That is enough."
Oh no, I'm sure you're sure.
You're like drowning.
I don't know. Don't you want to party?
You're like waterboarding him with champagne.
That's my fetish.
So,
Found it.
We got to have a few pre-drinks, don't we?
Usually I like the part on my body.
I'm sorry, I don't think it's smart if you talk. Maybe you should just enjoy the champagne. And the bottle's empty and I just throw it out of the carriage.
Yeah, he just.
Hello. Company.
I just grab him from my lap and then put him towards Lupin?
Put him towards.
There's no bed.
Lupin.
Oh, Vulpan.
Vulpan. I was Vulpan. Here. Hold
He says, "You made this mess. You deal with it."
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help Ignia move him. We're just gonna push him over to the side of the carriage, so he's leaning up against the window, just in case.
Sure.
And I'll just sit around the other side.
Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of mumbling and just kind of.
I'd like to give Ignia a little stealth fist bump.
Does the bottle hit Buster and knock his head off? No, they're ahead.
No.
They're further ahead. But yeah, this the Lord Deswell kind of conks out, and finally you guys get a little bit of peace.
I'm glad that's over with.
Are we nearly there yet?
I wished. This is going to be a long ride.
I was honestly hoping to save that card for a little later in the trip when things got really annoying.
He gets worse than that.
Oh, he does.
This is the first day.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can do this every day. I'm sure he has enough in
Is
champagne.
there enough champagne in the world?
He's rich, right? He has enough champagne.
But don't put the honey there. Oh, that is good.
Oh my god.
The hat and the hat and the wig, by the way, are just stuck by like 2 strands of hair between him and the thing that he's resting on. So the rest is just kind of falling off to the side.
Oh, how I wished photo cameras were a thing back then.
Exactly how important is he?
He's just a little.
He's the noble in control of Saint Helena. And it's one of the things that we have to deal with. Dan finally just goes,
Both of you. That was some quick thinking. Thank you.
Wasn't my first thought as I slide a stiletto back into my...
That's one thing I want to mention. Don't do that again. I like your critical thinking and fast thinking with the drinks. That was good. We're going to have to come up with some other plans to keep things tolerable.
Craft some nice sleeping medicine or something.
I can't.
You know any spells?
I can't claim to know such tricks myself. What about you, Vopan?
I may know a few ways that we can keep Lord Deathswell pacified for the trip. I think. Oh, what's this? And he pulls out like a vial, and he just wiggles it around a little bit. He just kind of blinks, and he gives you like a wink, and he says, "Now, I don't have a lot of this stuff, but it works pretty well at putting people to sleep. We could probably get away with this if he's being extra annoying, but let's try to put up with. Well, let's try to put up with as much as we can. We don't know what's going to happen, and to be honest with you, the more we can schmooze him, the better."
Okay, we do our best to schmooze him until...
I'm not touching him, and I'm not getting in between him and any pudding. All right?
Are you 100% solid on that?
Death stays.
Okay. I was just kidding. I would never make anyone do that. Look, I understand. Believe me, I've had significantly more meetings with Lord Deathswell than the both of you have had put together. It's an experience, to say the least, especially when he talks about fetishes. Why did you guys bring that up? Can we...
I don't know. Maybe
not
made him happy.
Talk about that in the future?
That's a good idea. Can we not talk about fetishes around the...
Look, if you guys want some advice, Lord Deathswell will not shut up about his family and their contributions to St. Helena and Falarin, and how Falarin would have been lost if their family did not come up with the design for the Caravan. Let's be honest. There were plenty of other shipwrights in plenty of other cities making different ships that weren't the Caravan that can get you from point A to point B. And I don't think he cares. He just wants his ego stroked a little bit. So if you have
a little
to,
bit,
It's the only thing I'm stroking.
about a lot.
if you need something to divert his attention, that is a guaranteed win, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, not.
Okay, good. All right. Dedan, let's talk a little bit about some of these people that he was mentioning. He was talking about some of these other noble houses.
I would like to know more about the Bakram Roke.
Oh, the Buckcombs from Roke.
The Buckholmes?
Buckcomb.
His accent is a little thick,
Okay,
said the Welsh girl.
gotcha.
Roke, R-O-K-E. It's one of the cities on the map there. Basically, it sounds like every noble family in Falarin is going to be attending this ball. What do we know about them, Dedan? I know the Buckholmes, and Roke is the city where the White Mantle Brigade has their guild house. That's where they operate out of. It's very central in Falarin, and well, frankly, it's a good location for them. We get a lot of out of town contracts, but they've got a lot of what's happening in Falarin covered, which could be a reason why things have been a bit slow.
Don't worry, sir. They'll pick up.
I'm not worried about the long term. I'm worried about more along the short term. We've got some trainees that are here now, Dedan, and if we can't make sure that they're able to get some jobs that they are capable of doing, then they're never going to become members.
How many members does the guild have, actually?
That's a good question. At last count, we have 150 members.
That's a lot of people.
We are one of the largest guilds in all of Talanis.
So, I know the Buckholms. They're extremely annoying. Henry Buckholm and Grania Buckholm are two of the most pompous assholes that I've ever met in my life.
Sort of like him.
Including this one?
He bites his upper lip a little bit.
Oh my god.
In different ways, but they definitely flaunt their wealth. The Buckholms they're a very old family. They've been around Falarin for a very long time, and their noble house was a kind of very important part in the founding of the realm, and they take advantage of that.
And what about the other people?
Well, from Eldom, if they show up, the noble house of Eldom is Padlin. 2 elves.
Anything more?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know much about them. The elves are very secretive in Eldom. They try to stay out of politics. I'm honestly very surprised that they would be going.
Okay.
Do you have more information about the queen?
Queen Cassis?
Yes.
What do you want to know about her?
I'm just curious, what kind of person is she like? Is she kind? Is she a stern ruler?
Well, Queen Cassis is probably one of the best people I've ever met in my life. She's very charismatic. She doesn't take any bullshit, and she's very direct. In general, she's probably the best queen that Falarin's ever had. She took over for her husband when she was at a very young age. They had just gotten married, and everything was kind of thrown in her lap. She has sort of adopted this personality that has allowed her to take control of this kingdom despite all of the problems that she's had to deal with. I mean, losing her husband less than a year after they were married, you can imagine, it's caused quite a few problems.
Husband?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
I mean, we have a while.
True enough. You see,
Look over to this snoring.
You passed the butter.
well, you see, and he takes like a deep breath like he's about to explain. And that's when you guys hear this sound. We sort of go back to the first carriage area where Kelvin, Selena, Battergrund are. I'd like the three of you to roll me a perception check. Okay. All three of you here the sound of someone sort of yelling. He says,
"All right, everyone, hold your places. Drop your belongings and prepare to be robbed by the Iron Foxes."
and that's where we're going to end the session today.
That's a funny lie.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Intrigue.
Yeah. It's a good session, everybody.
Nice.
Good session.
Yeah. I got a horse. I'm so happy.
You spent so
We gave
much
a little
money.
gnome alcohol poisoning. Yay.
But yeah, good session, everybody. Good job. Let's go around the room and let's do some shout outs to finish things off. Let's start off with Selena.
Hi guys, I'm OMG Bandy. I'm a variety caster on Twitch, and I'm about to go dye my hair because I just decided that's gonna happen. So we're gonna do that. Yeah.
Are you streaming it?
Probably not, because I'm probably gonna do it while I do homework. But I will take before and after pictures.
There you go.
Nice.
Awesome. Have you? Well, we'll wait and see on the color. I don't want you to spoil it. Save it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Save
we'll save
It's
the
gonna
color.
be pink, blue, red. Just a
It's
little-
gonna be cold colors. Pink.
Cold colors.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cold,
Pink,
very,
pink, purple, blue.
very cold pink. Yeah.
Kelvin.
Iron Brew.
You're muted.
Hey everybody, I'm Scotticus. I'm not muted anymore. I play Kelvin Ironbrew. I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you want to hang out with me for more role-playing stuff, then make sure you follow here on Wacksteven's channel. I'm here Saturdays and Sundays. And tomorrow we'll have the Nameless Ones over on Brad Woto's channel. Get to see my new character there. That'll be awesome. And also I stream on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Scotticus. Hang out with me, and I just play whatever I kind of feel like playing, and we hang out and chill, and it's nice relaxing time with good people and bad jokes. I hope to see you there.
Excellent. Speaking of bad jokes, Peachy.
You son of a... Hey guys, I'm Peachy Pixelate, variety caster. Energy, lots of energy. I couldn't stop it if I tried. If you like the music and all the table story shows, I make that. You can get your hands on that if you go to my Patreon. Apart from this show, I don't do it for this show because Wack was like, "You fucking stay away from my baby."
That's not what I said at all. You were super busy when it was time to make this stuff. You had like 17 people asking you for music at the time. You're like, I can't do it. And I was like, I need so many songs. I need so many tracks. I have
but one man.
I have like 70 tracks on this playlist. Like, it's just so many.
I'm sorry, you can't afford 70 tracks.
I can't afford one track right now.
Yeah, so sub to Wacksteven if you enjoy my music. Yeah, that works. That works. Do that. Do that.
Ignia.
Hello, I am Aquanis. It was a good session. Lots of RP. I'm very curious to see how long it will take us to eventually get there, especially with the swell. But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/Aquanis, where I stream about once a week now because I'm starting to work out, getting fit and stuff. So yeah, I'll be gaining weight or like lifting weights, like 50 kilograms with one hand. Doesn't matter. No shame. It's gonna be great. Yeah. I'll do a before and after pic when I'm like, yeah. That's it.
Sick.
What the fuck?
Super testosterone gym voice. All right, sorry.
Battergrunt.
Hey, I am your boy. I am a very, very infrequent variety caster on Twitch. Sometimes I streams, but a lot of times I don't. You can always catch me here on Sundays for Seventh Eon. It's the only time I am consistent. And I just thank you guys for having me. It was a super fun blast today. Yeah, it was great. I'm very excited for next week.
Yeah.
Thank you
Sundays are
very
the
much.
best.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much. As always, chat, you're wonderful. I love you so much. Where'd that fan art, though? We need to see some fan art for all these hilarious situations that have happened. If you guys want
The bathhouse scene, please.
if you guys want to hang out and talk to some of the people on the show, and if you want to, in general, just hang out, come on, join the Discord. Tablestory also has a Discord, which you can join over here. What's my command for that? I'm pretty sure it's just Tablestory.
DS Discord?
Yeah, there we go. Tablestory. So yeah, hang out on the Tablestory Discord as well as the Salt Mines Discord here. You can hang out. Let's have you guys just come by and hang out. We're doing a lot of D&D sessions. We've got GMs that are running sessions in the same world that we're playing in the Talanis setting that we've got. I'm currently working on the actual campaign setting for release for people. And it's going to be crazy, and it's going to have a lot of information stuff about the world. I am working on it. I am trying to aim for a release date of the end of next month, I think. That's kind of the goal. I'm trying to aim for the end of next month, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have a job right now, so it should be easy, but I do have 4 shows that I'm currently DMing, so that's insane. Including this one, we've got tomorrow. We've got the Nameless Ones over on Brad Wodo's channel. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So for your Euro people out there, things are still an hour earlier for you until Sunday. Yeah, Sunday next week, when your Daylight Savings Time kicks over. But normally it'll be 9 GMT for you when Daylight Savings Time is active. And we've also got Brad Wodo's show called Dust Veil. That's on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pull up the schedule just so I'm not. There we go.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday we've got Ilios with Brotato. That's over on his channel. He's the DM for that. And Fridays, we got Neon Scream. It's a cyberpunk type setting at 7 p.m. Eastern. You should come hang out, check out the shows. We've got a lot of great content over on the Tablestory YouTube as well, which I will put in the chat. I'm pretty sure that's TS YouTube. Yeah, all right. Nailed it. 2 out of 2 on the commands. Rocking. All right. So yes, go check that stuff out. If you haven't done so, follow all these wonderful people. They deserve it. They're great. Thank you so much, ya boy. Thank you, McQuanis. Thank you, Peachy. Thank you, Zagoticus. And thank you, Vandy, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Peace out. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
In